This game start at 9.
Yes. Oh boy, here we go.
Boy.
Brady has to engage in some illegal activity.
Not illegal activity on Twitch streams.
No illegal activity. Brady's like, I swear it's not a drug deal. He was going to go drink for somebody's birthday. So he's playing Drunk Leeson tonight. Let's just say that. Oh man, I want Brady to get back so we can start actually talking about this stuff. Oh man.
Aye, KC, aye.
Connor versus Nick. The coach versus the kid that thinks he should be coach.
No.
I'm gonna have to refrain from flaming Nick as much as possible. Am I allowed to flame Connor? Is that even allowed?
What's the worst that can happen?
I don't know, but like, I'll get made fun of because I'll make a comment thinking that I'm right, but then everybody is gonna be like, Caleb, you're stupid. So I'm not allowed to call anybody stupid. We're about to get into the custom game. You're on League, okay. Where's Brady Vaughn?
Where's the Brad Vaughn Jr.?
Where's John Vaughn the third?
John Brad Vaughn third.
Oh man, I'm actually really excited to see this matchup because we've played both teams now, and technically one.
Alright, I'm back.
Both. Hey Brady.
Technically 1-1 against both.
We're technically 1-1 against both. However,
see what you did.
I don't know how
baby.
Nick's role mix-up's gonna work out for them. That's my biggest concern.
Are we streaming already?
Yeah.
Oh, we are? Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, I just don't think... I don't know how Nick's going to win this game.
We don't want to be giving away any strategy.
No, yeah, we can't. Yeah. Tanner, what are you doing? But
what role mix-up? What are you talking about?
Somebody's echoing. Brady,
just in general? Yeah, I will. Just in general, like, I don't know how Nick's going to win this game. I
definitely think that they have to kind of get creative with their games. Like obviously we're gonna see some sort of strategy out of Nick. Like he can't. I don't think that. Nick
but at the same time, I think Connor and Zhao are just gonna run down bot lane, like pretty much no matter what. Unless Kitty and Nick are in the bot lane, I think that Connor and Zhao are just going to run down bot lane, and like they won't be able to stop that. So I think that's the biggest thing. So
Yeah.
unless they're able to create some sort of lead and another point in the lap at another point, like place in the map that can overcome like their bot lane, like a champion who can just 1v5, like Aurelia, Camille, like blank, you know. But the problem is none of them play those champions, and so like, I just don't see it happening.
And
Min,
also, I still think like.
Sorry, 1 second. Min, is my volume still too low? I'm trying to. I have it like turned all the way up.
Oh yeah, I should probably pull up the stream.
Okay, I'm good now. Okay, I just leaned in closer and I'm just gonna talk louder. Cool.
Will you stream the actual thing on Discord so I don't have to pull up the stream just so it doesn't echo? Like the draft. And then just stream Discord.
What do you mean?
know what I'm saying?
Pull up the draft link
Like
yourself.
stream on
Pull up the spec link
OBS
yourself.
Discord. Oh, that's true. I can. I'm done. Do you have it already?
No.
Okay.
No,
Like-
they are not all in the game yet.
Kenny's. I just don't know what they're gonna do bot lane. Like I don't know how they're gonna stop Zhao from just playing a carry and winning the game.
Like
and then also like beat the rest of the map? Question mark.
if Kenny and Nick are bot laning to try to minimize that, I don't see them winning. I still don't see them winning the other parts of the map. Is the problem.
Right.
Well, I think that Kenny and Nick as a duo, if they were in the bot lane, have a chance of beating Zhao and Connor. Like their duo is really strong.
I mean, completely.
And, like-
they just have to. They just have to really play to their strengths, and they can't make mistakes because we know that Connor and Zhao, like, they are some of the highest elo players in this entire tournament, and like
Definitely.
they will punish the mistakes and the cheese that Nick might come up with. And I think that's really interesting to watch and pay attention to. Is
But at the same time, like Zhao and Connor, like they've played together a little bit, but they're not. I don't think they're nearly as strong as a duo as because Kenny and Nick literally have probably played like 60 plus games together at this point.
Right.
And they're really good together. Like they have very similar play styles. Like when Nick and I play together, we have very different play styles, and sometimes it doesn't work as well. And we're like, he's a good support and I'm a good ADC. It's so like it works out sometimes, but I am not as all in heavy as Nick is. Nick is very like, let's gung ho, like kill them all, and like that is Kenny's play style as well.
Do you think we see like the Tristana set bot lane,
I
which
think
is just
we
the
should
go
see-
button?
I think Nick's like honestly, I think Nick's best chance of winning this game is playing Tristana Nautilus bot lane, or like Tristana Leona, or Tristana set, or like what Vayne set, Vayne Tristana.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Not Vayne
if they
set,
do
like Vayne
manage to
Nautilus.
win in the bot lane, that greatly increases their chance of winning the game.
I think
Like,
no matter what they do this first game, if it doesn't work, scratch it and throw Nick and Kenny in the bot lane, because I think that is their best chance of winning this.
Okay.
But I mean, well,
'Cause
we'll
I
see
think,
what happens. So like
Connor
I
and
don't know.
Zhao is a strong majority of Connor's team's power. So if
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
get a lead against that, then
And also, what were you gonna say, Tanner?
I mean, if you get a lead against that, you just increases.
Yeah,
your
but
chance of winning.
also, say it goes even bot lane. At that point, as long as they ban Connor's roaming champions, they ban like Zach, Soraka, or whatever they want to ban, or Zach Shen, or like whatever that Connor could play.
Right. I think
Then
Connor's
they're able to
roaming play
coin
style-
flip. They're able to coin flip the rest of the map, which is good for them because they're not winning this game, you know.
Right.
And so like if they're able to go even bot lane and coin flip and win the coin flip, then that gives them a cheese win. You know, that is a cheese win in itself,
Right.
because they're able to shut down Connor and get somehow like top lane gets ahead, like their jungle top and mid play well enough to get ahead, and it just works out for him. You know.
Right. So if whatever we may see this game, and let's live in a world where Nick and Kenny are bot lane, because like we think that's their win con. So
Yeah.
what happens on the rest of the map? Because you think that Nick's team can just win the rest of the map if Nick wins
I don't
bot
think
lane?
so. I think it's a coin flip for the rest of the map.
Okay.
Like, I think that it's possible that Nick's top jungle and mid could overcome Connor's top jungle and mid.
Okay.
Even though, what does not your
Gar's
teammate
mid
play
lane,
again?
right?
Does he play mid?
What is who?
Not your teammate. What does he play?
Not your teammate's
jungle,
their
right?
jungle. It's Evan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if somehow the Warwick or whatever the crap they play, like, comes over, like, can beat not your teammate, then like they have a chance. I don't know how that's gonna happen. I honestly don't. But
What
I
does
mean,
Gara play
like stuff
mid?
goes wrong sometimes, and so if they can make enough stuff go wrong, so that bot lane goes even, top lane's ahead, and then Kenny and Nick can take advantage of the top side of the map being ahead, then they might have a chance to win this game.
Right.
But otherwise, I think they get 2-0'd.
I think that this game has a really high potential of going 1-1. So,
I really hope it does. Like I think that's the best case for Nick. Like there is no way that Nick 2-0's Connor.
I completely agree with that. I think that Nick can steal a win off this team though, and
if he does, that's really good because like he has a chance at playoffs.
Which maybe their way of cheesing out a win can become a more permanent solution, and they actually can become more relevant in terms of this playoff scene in the future.
Mm-hmm. Did they get 2-0'd by Ryan's team? That was the one that Cole was on, right?
Yes.
Did they get 2-0'd by Ryan's team?
Yes, they did.
That's really unfortunate. That's going to be really hard for them to make playoffs no matter what.
I know. They basically need a 2-0 here. And I think it's possible. I think the most likely scenario is a 1-1, but I definitely think that we turn these can definitely turn the results.
It's possible. I'm saying it's possible. I just don't think it's likely.
Fair enough.
Idea. We are 5-1. We are making playoffs. We're against Nick.
I mean, yes, that's true. Looking at like just the raw numbers of it, but
no. But that's not what I'm saying. We are 5-1.
So you're saying
we're
we
making playoffs. We throw the game against Nick. We throw me in the jungle with Lee Sin. We throw
I'm Lee Sin
you in
mid.
the top. Huh?
Tanner's Lee Sin mid.
Oh, okay. Well, then what am I going to play jungle?
You're not. I mean, you could play.
I can play Ribbon top.
You could jungle if you were drunk, because drunk Lee Sin is the only way you're capable of jungling.
I can get drunk for that game.
You can get drunk for the game?
I can get drunk for that game.
Okay.
It's not. Yeah. Just ask me and I'll do it. Can we do that? I'd be down for that.
UMKC does not promote underage drinking.
Absolutely not. Brady, you are.
I'm 21.
Brady,
I'm 21.
Brady, you are not 21. Anyway,
dude, my birthday is August 10th, 1999.
Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong. There's
okay,
the link.
Spec link is here.
Where is it? Oh.
In the chat. Am I robotic for you guys? Because sometimes you guys are robotic.
No, I'm not. I'm not hearing any robotiness. You might leave and try to join back.
Oh no, I found the problem.
What was it?
Steam's downloading.
Oh.
Classic. It's the classic.
Should check that first.
Dude, I need to make like a vibes playlist because I've been really into like this kind of music right now. Like this is a good song.
Okay, we are about to get into draft, but before we do, pregame predictions. Who wins game 1 here?
I mean, I don't think it matters. Okay, game 1, Connor. I think Connor wins game 1. Nick might have a chance game 2. I'll throw that out there.
Nick's biggest chance of finding a way to cheese through Connor's team definitely is going to come after a game.
What are you looking for in bans from both teams?
What are we looking for in bans? I'm really curious to see if Nick's team ends up banning the Soraka, because I know personally Connor really doesn't want to play Soraka, but he's so proficient on the champion too that you have to be scared of that. Connor goes on his rants.
Has to be banned.
Connor goes on his rants about how bad Soraka is in the current meta, but we have to know that Connor knows that champion inside and out, and he knows how to use her strengths well. So if Soraka is good into a team, she is very, very good, and I think you have to ban it just because of that pure threat.
I agree.
Either that, the Soraka ban, or we might see some roaming support bans just to try to
I think
Connor
they have to
in
ban
line.
Zac too. Zac or Thresh, but I think Zac's a better ban.
Zac's
just map presence is too big to let it go unbanned. It's like if they're trying to not lose the game, then they can't let Connor go all over the map, or he's just going to dominate them.
I have experienced Connor roaming around the map as support and just
they
peeling the game apart.
What else are they going to ban other than
I think you have to 3-ban Connor.
What did we ban? Did we ban Shen?
We banned Soraka, Shen, and Zac, yes. And I expect a similar...
Okay, first ban Yumi.
First ban Soraka.
That's a good ban.
Holy.
Second ban Targ. Okay, so they're assuming
they
that
are targeting
Macy is on
support.
Yeah. Which, I mean, at this point, she has nothing else to play.
Well, I mean, obviously, there's other champions that she could go-to.
What else
But
does she
we
play?
have seen her on the Taric and the Yumi specifically.
We're 2 for 2. Can we go 3 for 3?
Does Nick even? Oh yeah, he plays. He's
Shenban?
tried to play Kindred, but he isn't
Shenban-
good at
oh,
Kindred. I
Malphite,
don't think I
okay.
like that
Malphite?
Kindred ban just because it's not like Nick's not that great at Kindred.
I think that Connor's just Nick's looking to carry this game through the jungle, and Kindred is Nick's go-to
Malphite's
carry
an
pick.
interesting ban. Why do you ban Malphite?
Mario, so the fun L5 in the top lane. I think he plays a bit of Malphite.
That's a really good first pick, Akram, because that takes it away from Nick as well.
Correct. The Amumu pick.
Interesting jungle
Who
pick.
could be playing a Mumu? I don't think Nick plays him.
Nick's played Amumu a little bit.
I don't think Nick would not play Amumu if he was generally.
He wants to. Yeah, he also feels
That's
himself
true, 'cause he
needs
has to carry.
carry role. Yeah.
Yeah, Nick has consistently picked the Hecarim, the Kindred to make a lot of plays.
You know, or this could be an AP assassin Mumu game here.
Full
AP assassin mid, yeah.
Not mid, still jungle, but
that is not
What?
a Kane.
No, Amumu mid.
That's not a Kane. Let's see what it is. Janna. Okay.
yeah.
Janna's fine, I guess.
Pro draft right as you hit 0 it.
Okay, so now we know that Nick's not on support because Nick is not going to be playing Janna into Connor.
So does that? Are we going to assume Nick is on the Amumu, or do we think Nick's going to be pushed to the top lane here?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
Ash
they
Swain.
didn't
That
ban the Ash
is
Swain.
nasty. Hey, but Janna's not bad into that.
That's true.
I mean, it's not good, but it's not bad.
Do you think it's going to be kind of like the Sivert where like her shield just gets overloaded instantly?
Probably.
And she can just get bursted?
Like I think
Ezreal
Ezreal,
Janna.
I don't know. Like he can farm, I guess.
They're going for this.
Kenny
trying
plays a
to-
lot of Ezreal, so I honestly think Kenny's on Ezreal.
That
That could be an Ezreal mid though.
I love trying
going
to
for just, like,
this puzzle here.
Yeah, I know, right? I think they're going with the kind of strat Brady was using against Connor game 1. Just kind of pick a safe lane. Don't give him any chances to get ahead on you.
Ezreal
problem
Janna,
is-
I think, is very good into the Ash
And
lane.
I think so too, because Ezreal Q can outrange Swain.
And Swain, he
It's
just
just like if
pass
you get
Swain's
hit by
E.
like one of them is they're gonna have to get a McHale's or a QSS fast or they're dead.
Interesting Irelia ban. I don't know who that's specifically targeted at, but we'll have to see.
I don't know. I don't know anyone. No,
Yeah, we were
I
just
guess,
talking about how nobody
Nick
plays
plays some
Irelia.
Irelia. He played Irelia the other day. He's not good at it, but he played it earlier today.
Okay.
Like he's not bad.
My
He's
cat
not
has
bad at
decided
it,
to
but
join
it's
the
like
draft.
he's not good enough to 1v5.
The Corki.
Okay.
That's-
Well, we only know one person who can play Corki mid.
that has to be Kenny.
It has to be Kenny on the mid lane.
Mid lane Corki.
Oh, that's just now. I'm not so sure about bot
I
lane.
don't think I just don't think Corki mid is that good. Honestly.
If
Like just
I-
like
in the
Kenny is
current-
okay. I would say this: Kenny is good at Corki mid. I just don't think Corki mid is that good. Like, I think that there are better picks that could
I
be.
think
chosen
since
there.
he can't build Triforce anymore, it kind of has hurt Corky
and
a lot.
Malzahar into Kenny, like
I think Malzahar might be
it's
top.
really bad.
Sabal, Talbaron, and Fun L5 both play the Malzahar, so that might be the Malzahar top. We'll have to see what this last blue pick is here. But what does red answer? Okay, Poppy. So
No, Poppy top.
Malzahar.
Yeah, dude, this is so bad for Nick's team. They have a Malzahar for the. They have Poppy for Kane, and Malzahar
There's
for
no
Kane.
Kane.
And
It's
Malzahar
Janna.
for Corki.
It's not Kane. It's Janna.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay. So the
Mordekaiser's
Mordekaiser
fine.
with the final pick into the
I like
Poppy.
the Mord pick.
I feel like that's a good matchup for Mordekaiser.
Yeah, it is definitely.
Looking at
The Poppy
teams,
just kind of survives.
I think this is Kenny mid. I think that I
This is
think we
mid
picked a
top.
Mumu jungle for Macy,
Yeah, me too.
and then
But then Janice,
Janna
Nick.
Janna has to be
Who
Gara.
plays Janna?
I think Gara's going to the bot lane.
What rank is Gara?
Do you think Nick's on Mordekaiser?
I think Nick's on Mordekaiser. Yes, Nick's most comfortable top laner I feel is Mordekaiser.
Oh, they're getting in order right now. We're about to see.
Hang on. What rank is Gara?
Gara is I think silver.
Yep, there it is. We got Nick top, Kenny mid, Gara on Ezreal, Gloomy on the Janna.
Oh, okay. Samir plays Irelia mid. We have to remember that. I forgot about that. Thank you for pointing that out. I was wondering where the Irelia ban came out of. Okay, I was right. It's Samir ADC, Kenny mid, and then Macy jungle, Gara support, Nick top lane.
Okay, so the good thing is
We're moving so quickly. I want to like digest and talk about stuff, but we're moving so
well,
quickly.
we have 3 minutes. We have 3 minutes.
Correct. Now we can talk, but
yeah. So this is good for
Okay.
bot lane because it's gonna be unless they end bot lane, which is gonna be hard on Ezreal Janna. They should be able to survive Ashe Swain, like with Ezreal Janna.
I think Ezreal Janna is a really good pick in Ashe Swain. I agree.
Yeah, I think so too. And then Mordekaiser. Okay, the problem is Mordekaiser doesn't hard win against top Poppy, and so
I
like
feel like it
unless
does.
Poppy just survives, like that's like Poppy's just really strong. Her W has a movement speed.
Yes,
like,
but
Poppy,
he can E away, movement speed, dodge the E.
yeah, all I can see Poppy doing is run away. I don't think Poppy can ever fight the Mordekaiser.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
and so Nick,
But it's like
I
the
think,
problem is Nick's not gonna get ahead.
I disagree. I think Nick gets a huge CS lead because I do think that he can bully the Poppy really hard. Poppy is a really valuable pick if she can use her dash stopper, like her W.
Her lockdown.
And another good thing about Nick's comp is that the Hecarim shouldn't be getting any kills pre-6 unless it's on Kenny. I mean, unless it's on Nick.
Nick's
the only person they're going to be able to
lane to
kill
gank
pre-6 is Nick.
And Mordekaiser's very good at 1v2ing. I think that's a really smart pick. It allows, it gives Nick carry potential because even if he gets camped, he has that R button to isolate them.
Yeah, wait.
And Kenny should win mid against Malzahar.
What's the Poppy W Ezreal E interaction? Can Ezreal E out of it?
I don't think
yes,
it
but it still stuns him.
Yeah.
Yes, but it still stuns
the
him.
dash
is
goes
it considered
off,
a
but then
blink?
it knocks him up.
Do blinks get stopped by Poppy W at all? Or is it just
stuns him.
dashes?
It doesn't knock him up.
It kind of
Poppy doesn't stun with her W. It just does like a little tiny knock.
Oh, you meant W. Oh, I thought you meant his E.
You know, I'm talking about Ezreal Eing.
Does it knock him up?
Out of Poppy W.
I think it does. I could be wrong, but it's not really that.
Well, I mean, we'll probably figure that out. But
if the Poppy's back on the Ezreal, there's a problem.
Yeah, that's true.
The Poppy W can stop the Amumu.
Team fight wise,
that is true.
Okay. The biggest problem with Nick's team is I don't know if they have enough damage to kill Swain, Hecarim, and Poppy. But I mean, I like the lanes. The lanes are really good because Kenny is going to win pre-6, and then he shouldn't die until Malzahar hits 6, and then he just has to play a lot safer. Decent amount of damage.
Has any foot in this game at all, Mordekaiser can put out a lot of frontline damage while being tanky.
Yeah.
And then also Kenny can put out a bunch on Corgi if he's got.
They're gonna have to get early executioners.
This is
The one thing that I'm worried about Corki is that Corki's kind of lane strategy is to, perma-shove and roam with package, right? It's to sit back and farm until you're package, and then once you have package, you need to be able to, have that roaming priority. But Malzahar kind of just keeps Corki permanently under tower with his
punishes the roams very hard.
I don't necessarily know where Kenny's gonna go other than top lane. And then even top lane, I don't know if they're gonna be able to kill they probably could, honestly. They could probably kill Poppy. But they're not gonna even I don't know if Ashe Swain loses the 3v2 there.
Well,
maybe.
I definitely think the strategy is to stay away from bot lane. They're not looking to make plays with Ezreal Janna.
Yeah. When is Corki's first package?
I have no idea.
5 minutes, I think.
I think it's later. I feel like it's really late.
5 minutes.
I'm probably wrong, but it feels
5 minutes would be just first back.
It feels
5 or 6 minutes.
Really long. Here, let me Google it.
I'm googling.
Oh, I forgot to switch it to League. There we go.
8 minutes.
That's what I thought. Okay. I thought it was a little bit later.
Yeah, and that's way after 6. So it's yeah. And by then, Malzahar is ult, Hecarim is ult. Okay. So it's going to be hard to really effectively use that Corki package anywhere until late game.
Let's look at it from a lane-by-lane basis. So starting
8 minutes. They should buff that. That should be 6.
Starting off in the top lane, I definitely think Nick can bully this Poppy hard and at least gain a CS advantage. Poppy may not die a ton, but I definitely think Nick can at least build a pretty significant lead top lane.
Yeah. And the good thing is Kenny can also build a lead mid lane because Sabal's silver too, isn't he?
Yes, I believe so.
And Corki just into Malzahar is a winning matchup for Corki until 6. And so like if both of them can
Well, right,
build
but
leads
like your
pre-6 and
six,
then
your
use
six
the leads,
matters.
no, yeah, it does, of course. But if either of them solo kill before 6, like that is really good for their team. Like and that gives them the potential to take those leads across the map and potentially carry the game through topside.
I'm really nervous with Nick's team's ability to team fight because they're super safe,
true.
but it's very much like the Amumu dives, the Mordekaiser tries to dive, and then Corki Ezreal are just kind of hammering in damage. You know.
And another question is like, who does? Well, I guess you kind of have to ult the Ashe, but I don't know because Swain and Malzahar are still putting out so much damage that it's
I think Nick's Death Realm target, I feel like it should be Swain of all people. Swain is the carry of this team. Like Swain's the one that's bringing in the damage.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And I'm pretty confident Nick wins the 1v1 against
You
Swain
think
in the
so?
Death Realm. Because the thing that keeps Swain builds Zanya's, right? And then
I think Nick is going to have to build
Realm.
Teal Cut if he's going to win that 1v1.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and hey,
And what's he going to build? Thorn Mail and then be like, which is an item useless against 3 of their members?
I got the answer to that gripping question. Everyone's mind. Poppy W only interrupts dashes, so since Ezreal E I think is considered a blink, he can still eat out of it. So if Poppy does go,
is that the only blink?
No?
I guess Zed is a blink too, right?
Zed has blinks, Katarina blinks.
Okay. So they have no dashes other than W on Corki for Poppy, which is good. I guess Zed. This will be a very interesting game, that's for sure. I'm excited. I'm really hoping Nick can pull through, but it's gonna. I don't know.
Okay.
The star's gonna have to align a little bit.
Nick says Evan got heck. My money is 100% on blue. I kind of agree with Nick here. I definitely feel like blue wins this game.
But again, who is he gonna gank pre-6? He's just gank in general. Other than he ganks Corki mid once they hit 6, right?
You can get creative with Hecarim gank pathing though, and like.
Yeah,
if you come in behind the Corki W is not that big, right? If you catch the Corki before he gets behind you, like Corki's kind of just dead.
You know, actually, Corki's got the longest
I think
80
Kenny's
carry dash in the
performance this
game.
game is probably the most important performance of their entire team.
Kenny?
Yes. I think if Kenny can do well, then...
Hey, Brady, you want a list of every blink in the game?
Sure, what is it? Zed, Cat, Ezreal, what else?
We got Echo's empowered auto tech on his E.
Okay.
Elise's repel. Evelyn's ultimate. Ezreal's E. Fiddlestick's ultimate. Kassadin ultimate. Katarina Shunpo. LeBlanc's... Yes. Yeah. LeBlanc distortion on the way back. Lissandra Glacial's path. Recast. Master Yi's alpha strike. Pantheon's ultimate. Pyke's ultimate. Ryze's ultimate, Shaco's Q and ultimate, Shen's ultimate, Tom Kench's ultimate, Twisted Fate ultimate, Viego's ultimate.
That's interesting that Shaco's ultimate is a blink.
Viego's ultimate and Viego's passive is considered a blink.
I meant Shaco, but both of them.
Yeah.
Anyways, you're worried about like Hecarim not being able to get ganks in, but like Hecarim is perfectly fine power farming to 6, you know? And then once he hits 6, it's really like ganking becomes a lot better.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And so I think Nick's biggest like priority should be getting ahead in this pre-6 game. Because if they can try to establish some kind of lead, like if they can get a kill on the board, then that's really good for them. And then they can hopefully just not die post-6 to Malzahar Hecarim.
How do late
games
team fights? How do late game team fights go? I think that they have no way to get on to Nick's backline. Like it reminds me of
but at the same time they have no way to. I don't know.
It reminds
me
of
a lot of engage. They have Hecarim, they have Flash ult.
It reminds me of the 100 Thieves Golden Guardians game that just happened. Like
the
Golden Guardians draft a just full comp of disengage and spacing, and 100 Thieves even drafted like Rel and Oriana, I think, and they had
they
had no way to do anything. Into
Nick is already getting aggressive to the top.
And that Janna ulti is going to be really important.
I do think Ash Arrow is going to be the key for Connor's team fights, and Connor's really comfortable with those Ash Arrows.
Either team fights or just getting picks before team fights that just force.
Did that Ash Arrow spot Amumu?
I don't think it did, no. It didn't clip the Raptors. Or, I mean the Wolves. They're
I don't think
getting
it really matters either.
Bot lane. There's a lot of damage coming out on both bot and top here.
Yeah, Nick, as expected, Nick has the early top.
Nick has the early top, but he also is shoved up early with Hecarim looking top side as we speak. That is true.
Like Nick sees him
he should be backing up right now, but he's actually not.
Nick's tunneled.
If Nick dies here, that is terrible.
Oh, he missed the E. That's really bad.
Okay. Nick's death here is really, really bad.
Oh, and he uses flash.
The fact that Nick died pre-6 is going to be detrimental. And who got the kill? And Poppy got the kill, so she's going to be ahead in lane. And ahead in CS. He's going to have... He TP's back, at least.
That was a big play by blue team by targeting that strong lane.
That was really strong. Targeting Nick early like that is really, really important for
and Nick just TP'd straight back in. I'm worried that Nick's just gonna be perma-shoving all game long and struggle.
Yeah,
to see
and
this
keep getting camped.
Yeah.
Because if they can shut down Nick top, blue team just wins because his entire strategy is just nullified. Malzahar's pretty low on mana mid, which is pretty good for Corki here because he should be able to get a lot of free poking.
Zhao is just hitting every single route.
By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, but everybody should just be on directed camera so we all see the same thing at the same time.
Yeah. I was looking at the side.
But yes, this Ezreal Janna is eating the poke.
Not playing as safe as I would like to see.
Granted, bot lane is
They're not
completely
playing nearly safe. They should be farming with Q and like.
Although looking at mana bars, like Connor's about out of W's, Zhao's about out of
and both
E's.
teams are completely out of pots.
And health bars aren't too heavily skewed in blue team's favor.
I don't know, we'll have to see. Kenny has a pretty decent CS lead mid. Looking into this top fight, the Poppy engage. I don't think this means anything. Nick is just gonna beat this Poppy for that. That was a good punish.
Good trade top. Very good punish.
That's a big trade. There comes the heal out of Samir. Gloomy no heal. How do you think that affects the future?
I think Hecarim looks for a dive here. No, they're backing. They can't.
It's still Ezreal Janna. I don't know if I don't know. If
Ezreal Janna, and I think they just saw Mumu bot side, so that's gonna deter them.
Yeah. They might be able to take this free dragon here, though, maybe. If they
Nick's
want
taking a lot of minion damage out of that trade.
Yeah. A lot of whiffs in that trade. The first Poppy on the minion, then just Nick just ate too much minion damage.
And Nick doesn't have any more health bots either.
Does get level 6 first despite dying, but Poppy should get off this wave under tower.
How do you know that? Oh, he already has it, I see.
Blue team has complete dragon vision. I mean, granted, they have the bot scuttle on red side, but...
I don't expect to see very many Mumu ganks to level 6 either.
And they stopped the bot back, which as little of like a thing that is so huge because that makes them miss 1, possibly 2 waves bot just by stopping that bot back, which is huge for the bot advantage if they can push it in fast enough, which it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. Yeah, there are too many minions. So Skara and Gara kind of got lucky there.
Skara
just because
and Gara.
Yeah.
Skara.
Or whatever.
Gloomy.
It's Gara and Bloomy. What's his name?
Samir.
Samir and Gara kind of got lucky there.
Skara and Gara in the bot lane.
Gara. We got Skara in this game.
You know, there might be a greater chance for a team winning if that was Skara.
Yeah, if that was Skara. Yeah. Samir and Gara kind of got lucky there just because the wave was so huge. Because otherwise they could have punished that back so much.
I don't know how well This Ezreal Jan is going to pay off because, yes, they can stay safe and not die, but, like, they have 0 lane priority. So Ashe just has free poke all game. They have complete dragon control.
Yeah.
I think that's not necessarily the best move.
Kenny's up 20 CS at least.
Like, what's going through their heads is just to not die and feed this lane. But they also have to realize that, like, they can't bleed in the CS and control of bot side, too.
Now, do you think we're going to see the Moonstone on the Ashe?
Moonstone Ashe? I can't see his runes. He went Dark Harvest, so I don't think he's going Moonstone. I guess he could be, but I can't see his secondaries.
Poppy ultimate coming out.
Morgul, where is it? Where is it?
And Mumu's here too.
Hey, go back to... Oh, I guess bot lane's fine. Go back top lane.
They almost had the kill on the Poppy. Oh, the Hecarim comes in.
Where was the Mortal?
Dead. Mumu was dead.
Mortal was already used, I guess.
Oh, Malzar's roaming top here, too. Let's see what happens. Nick misses the backwards E. Does Nick go down here, too? Nick goes down.
Yeah,
that's really bad for Nick.
That backwards E is kind of troll. At this point, I'm going to be honest. Like, at this point in the game is over. Like, they're not winning bot. Top
the
is
Ashe
getting
arrow into the Swain pole.
Bot's winning hard now.
We're just getting picks all over the map.
Yeah. Oh, Corky looking for the 1v2.
We're gonna need some hard Kenny. We're gonna need some hard Kenny carries to win this game.
Kenny missing the.
And Kenny's dead.
And yeah,
Kenny's the ultimate. This is so bad for red team.
Okay.
Unless blue team starts seriously throwing, there's
I don't
see a way for red team.
This is an FF15 game, and try to think of a good strategy for next game. Like. At this point, this is over. This is kind of sad, but Nick just got picked twice in the top lane, and they weren't able to kill the Poppy there.
And then the failed Corky roam and the double kill bot lane already. Like everything.
All they have.
That was triple kill.
The
late triple kill bot lane.
They just got team aced all around the map. That is not good for red. That's not what you want to see.
That just puts like everyone behind. That's what we said. We need at least everyone to go even if they got a chance and get to the team fight stage.
So. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if they can somehow pull this back, but I just don't see it being possible.
Kenny did still maintain his CS lead even with the failed roam.
At this point, the game is finished by 9 minutes in.
And Nick is getting
and Nick is going to die again.
Does Nick have R? No, Mordekaiser R.
No,
he is just dead.
Nick's dead. We don't have Hecarim ult, so maybe he walks out.
No.
The flash?
Oh, a Mumu save? Okay, nice Q.
Oh! The Amumu ulti saving after the miscue.
After the miscue. Nick picks it out with 0 HP.
Does Kenny get soloed?
No, he's fine.
Okay, he's up.
He survives.
The Ashe
you shouldn't really be using Malzahar ult without Hecarim around the corner because like Malz isn't going to be able to kill Kenny this early.
I mean, there's that Janna Ezreal lane coming in as planned, but
even though you don't get the kill though, like they still have so much kill threat bot lane.
Yeah, so much pressure on them. There's just they're gonna get zoned off XP range now bot lane.
Kenny went Corrupting Pot, which is a good buy into this lane.
Correct.
It's not gonna matter.
Kenny still does have a massive CS lead mid.
He should try to stop that back. He's not going to though. He may just back himself. Yeah, he is.
This is so bad.
Oh no, he's pushing it into turret before.
He's getting zoned out of his turret farming.
Yep. And the next drag is just free for blue team.
That just goes back to
if they even survive to next drag, Hecarim might be looking to set up a dive. There is vision on him if he walks forward, so they do see him now, but they're just gonna have to back up and give away an entire another wave.
That's first turret to blue team here. First turret and free drag. Corky still doesn't have package.
I still don't think Poppy can 1v1 the Mordekaiser, but...
Does Hecarim die? Yeah, Hecarim dies. Okay. I was about to say.
Hecarim is almost playing. So Hecarim, a bit of an interesting tank of that turret there because you could have just pushed the wave.
It really doesn't matter though in the grand.
It gives red side a chance to get a dragon here.
That's true. They're backing. If they go for dragon here, that could be huge.
They have to go for a drag, but they aren't going to.
But they're not going to because there's not enough communication on the red team to understand that it would be wise to go for dragon here. Nick should be screaming
even
dragon
then,
right now.
Do they even burn the dragon down fast enough before Hecarim can get back?
Probably.
If Corky's there,
if they'd started it right as they all got there, yes, they could have. But now it's way too late.
Will we see an Ash Arrow go down mid?
Like I'm gonna be honest, that was kind of a mistake on Nick's part. He should have been screaming "Go Dragon."
Yeah, they're definitely looking for this Corky pick. There's the Ash.
There it goes.
Into Corky, he's stunned, but it doesn't matter. Corky is out.
They get mid turret here though. They get mid turret and drag, and that's gonna give blue team the 2-drag advantage with red team having no chance of really contesting that until way later in the game.
There's already almost a 6K gold lead. It's 5K, but it's 5.5. But that's still so big for. Actually, Nick just got a plate, so it kind of went down a little bit.
Yeah. Although Nick can still win fights against Poppy, he just isn't able to build much of a lead outside of CS, which he is up like 35.
Nick is just staying perma-pushed again. It's kind of free real estate for ganks.
Nick's gonna look mid here, try to save the turret. Corky package is online.
They're definitely
but on a
for this
great
play,
position to use it.
Is gonna happen here.
And the Amumu jungle has done nothing this game except for save Nick the one time.
Yeah, especially past 6 with ultimate up right now. I feel like you should be looking to make some play across the map.
Yeah.
She.
Yes, it is a she. It's Macy.
She.
Amumu is a he though, and referring.
Yeah, I refer to him as referring the champion.
But yes, she should be looking for picks across the map. But honestly, there's nowhere they can.
Kenny feeling the bot pressure right now.
Is that package?
Yes.
Yeah, that is package. It was just about to expire.
A
probably.
big wasted package just into a death.
It was about to expire. He was just using it.
It was supposed to be a zoning package.
Yeah,
but
he was just using it to get the wave
clear.
clear.
But Corky package is not great for zoning. He could have just backed off and wave cleared under turret with Ezreal Janna. That was a very bad use of package. We could have tried to have some Amumu play mid with the Corky package, but
once he picks it up, he only has 60 seconds to use it. So he'd been on him for a while. So
yeah.
And
yeah, so it may have
just
been out
all the time.
Yeah, it was more of just to use it before.
But at the same time, it was a waste of his W, you know. And
it
so
doesn't put his W on
cooldown. Oh, it doesn't? He can W directly after it?
You can double W, but looking past that.
But he got Malzahar ultied out of it. Okay, so he's in the death realm right now.
He's definitely trying to solo the Swain here, but Nick just goes down.
Nick should have been in the death realm there. He was not.
He was in the death realm. Just
death realm? That's cool.
That's just our
okay, all of mid dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a /FF game right here.
It may not even take a /FF. It just might be a 15-minute game without an FF.
Okay.
Do they have rift? No, but they're about to get the second rift of the game and break mid turret. We've got a Poppy TP top, which I may get the turret.
Probably not the best use of TP, but that's okay.
Yeah, that was a bad use of TP, but honestly, it doesn't matter.
Blue team has all the time and money in the world right now.
They should be taking rift here, but they're fine to back and
I'm also not even. I don't even like Nick's use of TP there. Like, I feel like giving up that turret at this point in the game is really a big deal.
And at the same time, like
I would have liked to
she's
see
not
more
gonna take
aggressive
it. It's a
roaming
Poppy
TPs.
alone trying to take that TP. He
I
can
would like
walk
to
up
see,
there
like,
in time.
Yeah, I would like to see Nick use his TPs more for trying to get things going across the map somewhere.
Yeah.
They've still got no kills on the board.
If Nick wants to continue with the top lane, he needs to look for more of a playmaking top, I think.
Because he just played to win top and then didn't win top.
The Asher lands on the Janna here into the Swain Bull, and Janna's just gone.
Yep, and Janna's just dead.
That is just
and
the
they're
power
taking
of that
Rift right
lane.
now. Or Kenny, wait, are they? Red team's trying to take Rift actually.
Or just Nick trying to
solo
it. Or
just Nick is trying to solo Nick, which is very dumb considering they have no vision control in the topside river.
It's just a desperation play at this point. You kind of have to go for those.
But at least have your jungle there, like.
Or any of your teammate on that side of the map.
Or anyone with sweeper on that side of the map. With their jungle, our jungle still doesn't have sweeper, which should have been a buy a minute into the game. But I mean,
we got 3v1 able to get a return kill. It's at least a kill on the board for red side, but it's not gonna
They're
change
not gonna
anything.
get 14-0'd anymore.
Yeah, at least I can say they
Blue
wasn't
team
a
is no
perfect game
longer having
across
a
the board.
flawless game, yeah. However, it is quite likely that 3 of their people still have a flawless game.
Is there
Four.
any way to get back into this game on Nick's team?
No.
No.
Steal
Not
Elder.
The game shouldn't even get to Elder.
It shouldn't. Connor, for some reason, doesn't push into mid, and they go for all of top turrets, all of bot turrets, and get both dragons, and then Nick's team steals Elder, and then somehow has enough damage to kill them, which I still don't think they would.
Yeah.
Okay, Mumu's just dead. I don't know why Mumu passed that way.
That's just good use of vision. You see they got that blue ward.
Yeah,
Into the
that was a great
Ash Sun.
ward.
It's just another death. Oh,
Another death. That's bot turret. They have Rift. It's charging.
This is a GG. Go next.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blue team is just going to smash down. They can just ARAM at this point in the game. They have so much damage and pick potential with Ash Arrow. Poppy going in.
Poppy's
Kind of a blunder of a trade, but again, it doesn't matter because blue team has so much more gold. We're nearing
They're
a
up
10K
10k gold
yeah.
at 18 minutes in the game. The game is over. Like, if the gold leave
Corky
is
Pack
that
is
huge
trying to make
at
a play.
18
It doesn't even. He can't go for this. But he has
He
to.
does.
Does anyway.
Oh, they
Okay.
actually,
Okay.
they might be able to get. Okay,
They get the
got
one pick.
off
That's
of
really.
it. Oh, they
that's
get
really
2
well
off
played.
of it.
Ashes in Death Realm with Mordekaiser. Gonna die to that one.
I mean, if we have a.
They're able to get 2 picks.
Okay, Hacker
If they
multi
win
into the
this
team
team
fight. The
fight-
Swain is just draining everybody.
Okay, Swain just kills the entire team.
Nick also not even able to participate in this fight despite his bonus stats from getting the kill.
And
He
Nick
will
is
just be going
Nick's
down here
just
too.
gone. Okay, everybody's
It's gonna
gone.
be an ace.
2 kills are better than none, right?
Bud Light ace.
True. Bud Light Ace.
Blue team can literally just ARAM this game away.
You want to know what I want, Nick? I mean, Caleb?
What?
I really want Red Side to have a better strategy going to the next game.
Yeah, I
There's
really want to
definitely
see
some
Red
things
Side
they
to
need
change
fix.
something up.
Yeah,
They have to change something up with this game.
I think there's
I think it's a
change-
good attempt.
I really want some changes to be made in the Red
Oh, yeah?
Side. from Kenny, from Nick's
What
team.
makes you think that, Brady?
Maybe just the fact that they lost this game. I mean,
Oh, okay.
changes.
I
changes
do
might be
agree.
good.
I think it was a good attempt, but I do agree that something else has to be done.
Some changes have to be made in the strategy.
There's
of the Red
another Ash Arrow engage that's on like a negative 5-second cooldown. It's already an eighth of the way back up.
Ultimate Hunter.
Yeah, he can just throw that out. It's literally already a quarter of the way back up. Like,
They can just go for Baron here.
yeah. Anyone that contests is gonna
When
get
you know,
another
yeah,
Ash
when you
ult.
know you can Baron with 5 people alive, that's a problem. Like, that's when you surrender.
I think you ban the Ash or the Swain 100%.
Yeah, well, okay.
Instead of the
let's start talking
Malphite,
about next game,
instead of
for
the
sure.
Malphite, you need to ban the Ash or the Swain, and then put everybody on comfort picks. Get rid of the oppression bot lane.
And honestly, I think that just in general, Nick shouldn't be top. That's my personal opinion.
Just because he can't impact
But-
the map enough.
Yes. Like,
So
top lane
does
is
he
too
go
much
back-
of an island
does he
for
go
Nick
back
to be able
jungle?
to carry this game.
Does he go to jungle
There's
or
no
do they
way.
power bot lane?
What'd you say?
Do they jungle or do they power bot lane?
Either one is better than top. Like, just, you have to be able to have impact on, you have to have, like, your carry on, being able to impact all parts of the map, which
The
right now
jungle
is
1v1.
I wonder who wins this one.
I wonder.
I guess it's not the 0-5 Amumu.
level
What a
12
surprise.
Hecarim versus the
Wait,
level
it's the
9.
5-1 Hecarim? What a surprise. God.
Blue team takes Baron and is just gonna look to end.
That was a wild Amumu attempted outplay. Didn't
Yeah, like I was
work
saying,
out for
anyone
him.
that shows up to try to
Nick
stop
just
this
got
Baron's gonna
one
eat an
shot
Ash ult
out
to
of
the
a chain
face.
CC.
And like that Ash ult's gonna be back up for the mid lane push mid. Like,
And they
there's-
had Baron. Okay, the game is going to end, and they just saw me flame the hell out of the memo. So that's gonna be great.
They're already watching the stream.
Yeah, they're already watching the stream. We're about to see this game end. Blue team just pushes down mid lane, and the game is over. Or, I mean, if they really want to, they can push top lane just to give them the ultimate defeat.
Well, we're over 10K.
I guess we're gonna take the time to push top lane.
Hey Brady, you got a shout out in the Twitch chat.
Oh,
Cole wants recognition.
Thank you, Cole, for shouting out the beautiful casting of.
Oh, it's Josh, not Cole.
Both of them.
They're both.
The Ash arrow into another kill.
Into the Swain, and you're dead. Okay, see you, Nick.
It's just the same combo on repeat. Anytime they see somebody by themselves.
They could have pushed in mid, but they wanted to give him the ultimate kill, so.
The complete destruction.
Complete destruction on the blue side.
They want to see just how high.
Rubbing it in a little bit, trying to get him tilted so that they don't have a chance to come back next game. But we'll see.
Honestly, I don't know if I agree with this. It's giving Nick more time to think about and strategize while the game ends.
And just to give Nick more time, I will use the restroom in between these games.
Oh yeah,
Give Nick a few extra seconds of strategizing.
Have they nerfed your bladder since yesterday?
This one won't be a bladder, but they have not nerfed it, so it could be a very long.
It took you so long to feed.
Dude, someone was asking about girl problems. I've gotta answer that question.
And we don't even get to see the end of the fight. The game has ended.
And we just need to go ahead and go next.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Just reiterating it. Let's see some changes from the red side. Nick, I would change up your strategy.
Look like, Brady?
I think those changes look like as getting Nick the hell out of the top lane, first of all. Because they were at first, I mean, he could try to pick a different champion than Mordekaiser that isn't as easily gankable. But they were just able to take advantage of Nick's shoving top lane and them having a good ganking champion and just taking advantage in the early game. So if Nick's going to win this, he's going to have to either play Irelia or even Irelia can't get out from a gank, but something with more safe but also kill potential top lane, or just get the hell out of top lane.
Play safe or play an Alawi or Darius and look to try to draw pressure top and go for the 1v2 outplays, but that's a very, very risky strategy too.
Yeah, and I'm going to reiterate the fact I think the smartest play for them is just to put Kenny and Nick in bot lane against the strongest two versus strongest two. Kenny Nick as a duo maybe can overcome.
Okay, Brady join spectate.
I did.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to use the restroom really fast. I'll be right back.
Oh. Oh. Now Tanner can't. Okay, now go. There.
You sub me in. Oh,
never mind.
Nope.
There we go. Woo! We did it. Wait.
We did it.
Everybody's on the... Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I was like, everybody's on the wrong team, though.
Oh, it's going to be the slowest. If everyone's on the wrong side, it's going to be such a... One man at a time.
There we go. Okay. Wait, no.
We're moving it.
Okay.
The train's chugging.
Evan should go over and... Oh, good grief.
Someone just sit in the spectator and then one at a time can swap team.
Yes. Nick should be blue side.
Yeah.
Unless Connor just like wants... Because it's Connor's selection. Nick chose red. I wonder what their decision is here. Anyway. Looking into this next draft, do you think that Nick goes jungler or does he go support, Tanner?
I think their best bet is Nick on support, but I also can... I think there's a very, very high probability Nick thinks takes over the jungle role.
Who's Yoshi? Bye, Yoshi. Have a nice day.
Bye, Yoshi. Have a nice day, Yoshi.
Have a nice day, Yoshi.
It's Caleb. What's up, stream? Big Dick Gang here.
Okay. Anyways,
hey, Caleb.
Josh, go away.
Josh, you weren't invited.
Josh, go
Am I on stream right now? Am I on stream right now?
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, I'll just
there it is. I was going to say server meet Brady Vaughn. Yep, there it is.
Anyways,
I think In his head, he feels like his impact the entire map, and that obviously just points to jungle. But I do think that if they just match the bot lane, then either Samir or somebody else can try to just get a lead somewhere.
I don't know. I kind of feel like Nick should be in the jungle. Because, like, Nick's best performances have been on him trying to roam around the map. And I think maybe you entertain the idea of going Macy top lane and keeping Gara support. Probably put Samir back mid and Kenny ADC. I'm not quite sure. That last game just is a morale killer on Nick's side, but I think that they can try to figure it out here. Whatever it is, it needs to be different than last time. I think that they need to ban the Swain or the Ashe. I don't know which one you target, but
I don't think I think the
crucial.
combo is Swain Ashe. I think you ban one, you probably won't see the other.
Possibly, and I would probably ban the Ashe out. Because Connor's so comfortable on it. The Ashe arrow is what's getting them all of these picks and engages.
Yeah, Connor just seeing all the picks
again.
And just
so I think
feeding his team kill
I think
after
we
kill.
look at an Ashe ban here on the side of Nick's
And
team.
I don't think he will pick the Swain AD carry without the Ashe because you saw the combo time after time. The Ashe ult for the free Swain pool into the Swain root. It's just so much lockdown and
right.
How are we gonna know when Brady gets back?
I unmuted him.
Did you do draft with Emmy?
No.
Nope.
Yay. Give him 15 minutes. Okay.
Okay,
I'm ready.
We are ready. We are ready whenever you guys are.
That's right here, Ray. We're asking
Brady,
for.
Josh, and Cole tried to sabotage the mic. I server muted
What they
you.
do?
They just came into your room and just
Oh, that's funny.
talked.
That's funny.
They said big dick gang, and Josh goes, "Am I on stream?" And I was like,
That's funny.
DEFCON 3 has been reached. Okay, we're into draft right now. Let me pull that up. Here we
Okay,
are.
same bands from Connor.
Okay,
the
the
Connor
Swain
bands are really
ban.
good.
Nick,
But
we have
ideally,
the
Nick
Swain
goes
ban
bot
come
lane
out.
here. If Nick goes bot lane here, this Yumi ban, Tarek ban don't even matter.
I think Nick
So
has to jungle. In my opinion.
Banning the Zac. So they banned
They're
the
leaving
Swain over the
Soraka up.
Ashe.
They're leaving Soraka up. That's a wild play.
They banned both Swain and Ashe.
I would not
I don't
ban
know if I
both
agreed
either.
with
I
that.
don't like
I think
that.
you
I
just
don't
have
like
to ban
that
the
at all.
Ashe and they don't.
Do they
Yeah.
steal Soraka? Like they've gotta.
Because I feel like if they ban the Ashe, I don't think they're gonna play the Swain.
I think
So,
that
I
they're
don't think you have to
kind
ban
of.
both.
I think that they're daring Connor to play it because Connor has been very vocal that he wants us to ban Soraka because there's no way that he's actually going to play it in a game. But this is definitely
like,
the
bet.
dare.
They're like, bet.
This is the
Play
dare
it,
to
bitch.
see if Connor actually will or
You
will
won't.
not
Yeah.
pick the Soraka.
And even if
Ooh,
he
the
does pick the
Vladimir,
Soraka,
whoa.
maybe that's exactly what they need because the Ashe picks and the Ashe engage was really what was snowballing the game out of control.
I want to talk about this Vladimir for a second. Who is that on? Is that on Nick? Is Nick going to stay with the top lane?
Nick doesn't play Vladimir at all.
I understand, but is Nick just looking
Neither
to
does
carry?
Kenny.
There goes the Hecarim takeaway. Does Samir play Vlad?
I have no idea where this is coming from, but we'll just have to wait and see for the rest of the draft.
I really hope that's not on Nick because
There comes the Malphite on Connor's team. Banned game 1.
Samir says, "Be ready for some crazy shit." All right. Does that mean
Okay,
you're
this
playing
is
Vladimir?
looking really bad for blue team already. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, no, Samir's not playing Vladimir.
Hecker and Malphite. I
So
don't
is
like
that leaves Vladimir on who then? It's not Samir.
We see another Mumu in the jungle, so probably the same jungle. What is a Mumu gonna do?
I am
against
getting
Hecker and
outside
Malphite, though, is the
information
real
telling me
question.
that Nick plays Vlad.
Okay.
Nick does not play
Nick
Vlad.
does not play Vlad at all, but we'll have to see how this goes.
If Nick is playing Vlad, Okay, that's a Tristana. That's a good pick. That means we probably have Kenny on Tristana ADC or Tristana
Probably
mid.
Kenny on Tristana. I would agree with that.
I'd assume. I'm not even gonna assume anything.
I don't know what. There's
Kenny
the
is playing the
pick.
Tristana, and Connor
we got
is
the
playing the
pick.
Soraka.
This is really bad for blue team.
This
draft already is just so
Caleb,
bad.
I'm gonna quote Michael here. He said, "Nick plays Vlad not very well, but he plays him."
Not very well, but he plays him. I have faith. I understand the pick here. Nick picked Vlad because he wants.
I don't like that Nico ban.
I don't know who it's towards.
I don't know either.
Oh, it's
That's
Samir.
A bad ban.
They're banning
Samir play Nico?
mid. Yes, Samir's played Nico.
Gonna give him my.
Let's put Kenny on support. Let's put
Give
Kenny
Samir his Irelia?
I mean, sorry.
1 second.
Let's put Nick on support.
1 second. I understand the Vlad pick. He wants a safe lane that can hard carry late game. That's why Nick picked Vlad. It makes sense.
Yeah, but what if you just get hard stomped early game?
Well, that's why you pick Vlad, is that you want to play safe.
No, I'm not saying that.
They banned the Janna away to give Gara to take away Gara's safe pick.
And then they banned the Ezreal.
Well, they took away Ash's lane, so they don't need to play the super safe lane here.
Yeah.
Draven coming out of Xiao here. That's interesting. They're still playing the super aggressive lane dominance here. Let's see how Nick answers this. Will it be the Tristana mid lane? Will it be the
Caleb,
Tristana ADC?
You know what vintage Samir looks like? Because he says be ready for some vintage Samir.
And the red team, with their bans, says they don't care if it's Tristana mid or ADC.
Vintage
Either way,
Samir.
they're losing.
Let's see. I want to see the Zed out of Samir here. I want to see the Jhin.
Zed pop off.
Okay, we're not going to pick a champion. Oh!
Ari Katarina.
No, Ari is not the pick. Ari is not the pick. Katarina is the pick here, and then we'll have to see what the last one is.
Okay, yeah. Katarina mid.
Okay, the first pick was Cat?
Yes.
Yes.
No
Ari.
Katarina.
It's just... Samir on the Katarina. This will be a fun one.
Nautilus. Okay.
Okay, so we have Nick in the bot lane.
No.
Nick in the bot.
What?
Not necessarily. It still could
Nick
be
could be on Vladimir.
They could just
Nick
be picking
in the bot lane.
It's either Nick on Nautilus or it's Gara on Nautilus. We still don't know.
I really hope it's Nick on Nautilus. But either way, they still lose.
You're a very avid supporter.
Because Cat is getting destroyed by Hecarim and Galio.
10-0.
Cat loses.
Okay,
do we think though?
Connor rounds out the draft with.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a rough lane for Katarina, but
the Galio is.
Tell
very
me
hard
Nick
for
is
the
on
Katarina.
that Nautilus. Tell me Nick is on that Nautilus.
We'll have to see. Wait until draft.
well, wait, what's the order? Are they in order? Probably not.
Get an order, blocks. That's gonna take so long. Oh my god. Okay, it is Kenny, I think it is Nick bot lane.
Let's go!
Well, Nick trolled because he left the team.
Nick, yeah, well, not.
He can still fix it. He just goes back in the team.
I understand, but
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because
Nick should have been the last person to go off.
And he should have been the first to go back.
What did they do?
Oh, they don't know how to do it.
Okay, so we
have your
have
top
Kenny
laner
and
go
Nick in the
off and
bottom.
on. Have your jungle go
And
off
we
and
have
on.
a Nautilus Tristana and a Draven Soraka. That is a great lane for Draven. That is a great lane for Nautilus Tristana. Like, the pick potential is insane because you can just burst through the Tristana healing as soon as you hit a Q on Nautilus. So I want to see Nick and Kenny win in the bot lane.
Okay, it is Gara top lane on Vlad and Nick's support.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay, yeah.
There we go. They figured it out. They got me straight. Okay.
Katarina.
Flocks. Nobody said that for like 3 years.
Connor also says cap every other sentence. Connor's a boomer.
I mean, Cap was used like last year. That's better.
Kappa is so last year.
Oh, Kappa? I don't. Yeah, you say PogChamp. You don't say Kappa. Like what?
PogChamp isn't even real anymore.
Get with the times.
Hey, Connor.
There isn't even a Pog emote anymore.
Is there not? Oh yeah, because they changed it. But it's like it's still you can say Poggers just because that's slang. Okay, the light is turning off this game. I am really hoping that Nick and Kenny can, because I want to see a 1-1. I'm really rooting for Nick's team here. I'm not gonna lie, if you couldn't tell.
I can tell. You were very adamant about Nick in the bot lane.
I'm really hoping that Nick and Kenny can pull through this bot lane because they have an extremely strong lane against Draven Soraka.
So
if they can level 2 engage and get a kill, like that is so huge. The biggest problem here. Go ahead, Tanner.
I think besides that, I also want to see some more, like, early pressure from Zamumu. Mumu does have good early ganks with his bandage toss, able to get on a target and lock it down. Like, whether it's mid lane, bot lane, I think especially bot lane with the Tristan all-ins. Just one more body down there could just make snowball the game even better. But I don't know if we'll see that or not.
Okay, but I think a real disadvantage of Nick's team is the cat pick because you can't pick. I just feel like
they're picking it for comfort on Samir, but like they picked it into the Galio.
Okay. Yeah, they get instant counter pick.
I think they picked Hecarim.
Yes, they picked Hecarim.
Why did everybody leave?
Oh, and they gotta redo the order.
Do they have to? It doesn't matter.
Classic.
I think the Knicks team has a better chance this game than last game, but at the same time, their team fight late game, like how do you beat Hecarim, Malphite, Soraka? Unless you destroy the Draven and they have no damage. Because that's the thing. Connor's sole damage is Draven for the most part. But if they're able to shut down the Draven, then Nick's team really has a chance. Draft is really hard, apparently,
or this could be some intentional, like, guerrilla tactics from Nick's team to get into Connor's head, you know?
Oh, I like it. That's true. It's psychological warfare.
Exactly.
Relooking at draft here, they're taking out the Amumu again rather than putting Macy on her comfortable Warwick. What do we think about that?
That's really interesting. I don't know. I think Amumu is better than Warwick, though. Just in general. Like, is Amumu hard? No.
Brady, have you gotten over your irrational fear of Warwicks?
No. But but at the same time, Amumu is just a better pick for their comp because otherwise they're going to have 0 team fight, you know? Like, what's Warwick going to do? Ult the Malphite?
Ideally, roam around the map and get
they have so much
early
peel.
ganks off, but
that's not going to happen. It's just not.
Cat Cooper.
Kenny off on.
Samir, how do you feel about the counter matchup?
And
against
another problem here is that, like,
oh my gosh,
even though we picked the Vlad, they don't have a scaling comp.
Like, he's working on the DDoS attack.
Vlad is useless until late game.
Macy needs to go off
and the rest of their champions.
Oh goodness. Oh my gosh.
Like, Vlad is pretty useless till late game, and the rest of their champions are useless late game for the most part. Other than, like, Tristana's okay. Katarina's okay if she doesn't lose mid lane, but she's going to. Like, even though, like, Nick. Even though, like, Nick has a really good bot lane.
Oh my.
What's going on? Dude, literally just start. It doesn't matter if we're in order.
I know, but they had it right, and then Macy went on and on and messed it all up. Okay, just start it. Just start it. Just start it.
Just start. The order doesn't matter.
And
everyone knows what roles they're playing. We don't need to. Start it.
This hurts.
Man, let's just not screw up draft next time. Okay, we're getting Connor frustrated. I like the psychological warfare from Nick's team. This is very well done. They've been trolling this entire time.
Some
Personally,
aggression coming out from Kenny.
Kenny, off, on.
Oh my god.
Yay! Woo!
Let's go.
We did it, guys. Let's go.
Connor, your neck beard is something. I didn't hear what it was, but that was some spicy words coming from Nick there, or Kenny, or whoever.
Samir's claiming he caused that on purpose.
I did it on purpose.
Again, it was psychological warfare to throw Connor off.
Nick is working on a DDoS attack.
Samir, if I don't see you...
And they're just banning A champions, and they're going to accidentally ban...
Samir, if I don't see you absolutely smurf on this Katarina, I'm just gonna report.
You're gonna accidentally ban a Momo.
Yeah, Samir, how do you feel about the Galio counter pick?
Wait, it's still wrong. Macy's over Gara. Oh no.
Wait.
Oh no.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
I
matter.
understand. This is so bad,
okay,
dude.
But yeah, like back to what I was saying a little bit. Like, even though Nick has a really good bot lane matchup, at the same time, Red Team's team fight is just really good. And so unless you can shut down the Draven enough to make him do no damage in team fights, then they still can't win, which is kind of sad. But
do you have confidence in the Tristana Nautilus?
I have a lot of confidence in Tristana Nautilus. Do I think it's going to hard win lane? No. But I have confidence that they won't lose lane.
But Connor's on the Soraka.
Yeah, but like Tristana Nautilus all in is stronger than Soraka by a lot. Like, you can burst down the Draven before he can get healed. Or
yeah, I mean, that's the way to counter the Soraka is just go for all
that's
ins.
a great lane for against
like,
Tristana
taking
Draven.
trades against, like,
Draven.
the Draven can just take stupid trades and still just heal it all back up, I think, to Soraka. So, ideally, blue team is going to be looking for all ins in the bot lane.
Okay, just to give Nick luck, he suggested Kingdom Forever. I think the Kingdom Come was the name of the song.
Kingdom Come by John
listen to
Bellion.
it right now.
Kingdom
Oh,
Come.
I know this song. This is a great song, Nick, by the way. I've heard it before, but it's a great song. And just to give you luck, we're gonna listen to it right now because I believe in your potential to carry this game. Yes, Caleb.
Shut up. I'm really hungry.
Yeah.
We have 3 minutes to get food. There's not much more to talk about. I mean, Connor's team has way more team fight. Nick has to win bot lane. If they don't win bot lane, they lose. Like, that's the entire game.
Whoa. You gotta give Samir some fighting chance here. He could
Samir's
absolutely
playing
pop
Katarina
off.
and a Galio Hecarim.
That doesn't mean you have to fight the Galio Hecarim. You can just perma roam.
That's true.
Perma roam bot,
Who's
get
he gonna
bot
kill,
even
the
farther
Malphite
behind.
top?
Perma roam bot, get the bot even farther behind.
As
and just
bot is
snowball
being
the
pushed
game.
into turret because Tristana can't freeze. Tristana as a champion is incapable of freezing.
It's a lot harder.
It's impossible because of her her passive.
You just need a lot more minions.
Yeah, you need a lot more minions. you need like their side spawning like double the minions for it to be possible.
Hit us with the how?
But Draven's also somewhat. I mean, Draven can freeze, but he won't get axe stacks. But it doesn't matter. Like, he's just gonna get pushed in a turret all game, and they won't be able to gank unless they get like a sick dive. But
Death
the other team has a Hecarim and probably double TP.
Blood Moon. I don't think there is a Blood Moon. Oh wait, no, there is a Blood Moon kind of.
There is.
Yeah, there is.
Also, don't go Blood Moon. Go the
Death
new
Sworn.
one. Go whatever the Battle Queen.
Battle.
Are we assuming
Battle Queen's a dope skin.
Or go the Golden Warring Kingdoms if you have it.
Oh,
Battle Queen is sexy, bro. If you don't go Battle Queen, I'm reporting you.
Okay,
so you got the Golden
I'm
Warring
flaming you and
Kingdoms?
criticizing you all game if you don't go Battle Queen.
I mean, he's gonna get flamed and criticized either way because he's gonna end mid against Galio Hecarim.
Hey,
Whoa,
Samir,
he's already
everybody else doesn't have confidence in you. I do. Just saying.
I have zero confidence.
I have confidence in what the fuck?
I have zero.
I believe in you, Samir. Go Battle Queen.
What is Katarina gonna do in a team fight? Get ulted? Like,
play like any other assassin team fight. Wait for them to use their cooldowns and go in at a smart time.
They have 2 ults and then 1 protective ult. Does Galio ult give a shield?
A magic shield to everyone inside of it.
So go 80
possibly
cap.
a 5-man magic shield.
Is Vladimir true damage or just magic?
Magic.
Yeah. Nick loses this game. But I believe in you. The possibility is there. I think there's a 20% chance that Nick wins this game.
Oh,
I'm not gonna put money on it. But
take a look at the bans. Hold on, let me re-pull up the league client. Take a look. Take a look at Nick's bans.
S-E-S asses.
Nick spelled out asses with their bans.
You can do better than that. Come on.
Is that what you're gonna kick after this game? We'll have to
you
see.
better. No, but
no.
I believe in you.
Hey, we can't flame too hard. We have to be bipartisan.
I am bipartisan. Connor wins this game.
Bipartisan agreement. We're all gonna vote for Connor's team after this draft. But however, I hope Nick's team smurfs and has fun.
Me too.
I want to see Nick and Kenny at least give them a run for their money. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see less of a uncontested game than last game.
I don't want to see anyone zoned out of XP range bot lane.
That was a little rough last
there
game.
There better not be. There's literally Tristana not into Draven Soraka. If you're zoned out of XP range, you're getting poked way too much.
Soraka's really oppressive. Is the problem. Yeah, Soraka Draven is like complete lane poke priority. And Nautilus Tristana's all in.
Yeah, but as long as they get level 2 without like taking a ton of poke, they'll be fine.
Fair enough.
But if they take a ton of poke before level 2, like bot lane's kind of over, I'm not going to lie. Like, because they're not going to be able to get any engages unless they don't die. Like, I mean, it'd be fine if they don't die, but they're just going to lose a ton of CS and get super behind on Tristana Not, who should be scaling into Draven Soraka. And if they don't, then they're just going to start out healing, and it doesn't even matter. And all of a sudden, Draven 2-shots you, and it's like, okay, that's just fun. Draven needs to go Kraken Slayer, though, I think.
Kraken Slayer Draven.
Which you don't see very often at all.
The big dick axes.
Like, if Draven doesn't go Kraken Slayer, it could be bad for their team as well. Because, again, they have no damage.
Yeah.
And they have 3 tanks on next team.
I'm going to go make a sandwich. I'll be back in a little bit.
Samir's foreshadowing an interesting start. Is he typing in game or is he typing during a gray screen?
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, we're about to see a sick, nasty invade, I bet.
What did Samir say in the chat?
Interesting start.
Did they invade with the Nautilus?
I don't know.
Hopefully, that'd be smart in their team. Because Connor's team doesn't really have a level 1 at all. I mean, neither does Nick's team, but they have Nautilus Hook and a Mumukyu, so I mean, that's something. That's more than Connor has.
Hey, Caleb, you
Was
should
it
have made
just
a
paused
sandwich sooner.
instantly?
Huh?
It was just lagging. It's not loading for me at all.
It's working on it.
Is it loading for you?
Give it a second.
Oh,
there you go.
There it goes. Okay. Nick's team is looking to invade.
Looking to invade and a little late out of base, but we'll see.
They're prepared for the end. Oh, wait, no. Connor's team is looking to invade.
Galio starts Q. Hecarim starts Q.
They're stacking the bush.
It's going to be a 5v5. It's going to be a level 1 5v5.
I'm going to need a vote on peanut butter and jelly or ham and cheese.
Peanut butter and jelly, 100%.
Okay.
Who wins level 1 5v5?
It's too late for ham and cheese.
Ooh, that ward over the wall.
Okay,
man.
so they're going to see the invade. This is very smart play by Connor's team.
Oh, they do see it. Oh, boy.
They're just going to ace him. That's the interesting start. They just ace him.
If only Galio started W, he could get a 5-man taunt over the wall.
Okay, it's an interesting start just because they walk in and back.
Oh, one backed. Oh,
this isn't good. This isn't good for Nick's team here.
The patience showing. Oh, no.
Okay. Countering is fine.
Carry the bird flash, and now they're looking to
But now they
push
have to
him
get
out,
the
flush
fuck
him out
out
of
of
the
there.
jungle. Still opting to take the engage.
Okay, that's 3-0 for Connor's team.
Kenny's dead no matter what here. Yep. And so is Nick.
Nick's dead. A movement gets out though.
Oh.
Okay, nice flash from the Draven there.
I'm sure Nick will call that one worth overall. Got the Draven flash. Now they can go aggressive bot lane.
They shouldn't have tried to take blue buff. That was just dumb.
Yeah, no, once they
Like if they're going in the bot side and not seeing anyone, that is way too fishy to just be like, okay, let's take the blue buff. No, like back off to your red just to be safe, because otherwise you're gonna get picked like that. Because obviously they know what's up. They're not bad at the game. Like you can't assume that they're just bronze players who are just gonna let you invade without you seeing anyone on their team. Like this is an Intramural game, not Iron solo queue. Like that was just a huge misplay on Nick's side.
That will make their early game bot lane that much harder, being down XP and gold from the start. And Kenny has taken a lot of poke already. Although Vladimir should have a good time with this lane against a tank.
That's true.
That is, of course, assuming that gank isn't too oppressive.
Okay.
By the way, you can
Just
rearrange the
level 2.
scoreboard
We might
as a
see an
spectator
engage
too.
Oh, we see the engage.
Focusing the Soraka, popping
He's
her
alive, though,
barrier.
because of
Barrier on the
Quinny is
Soraka
lucky that they
smart.
buffed Tristana to make the E proc W again.
That's always been like that.
Has it really?
Yes.
I thought they changed that last season.
No. That has been like that since the existence of Tristana. Kenny
bot
just
lane is
now hitting
lost.
level 3, and
Bot
Nick's
lane is
still level
lost.
2.
Who got those 2 kills? Soraka, and who was the other person?
Soraka and Hecarim.
Okay. At least neither went to Draven.
Uh-huh.
Because the main goal of this game is if Draven gets shut down,
Good hook.
it doesn't matter. He's silenced.
Tristana's gonna
Kenny's dead.
yeah, they're gonna go 1 for
So
1
does
though.
Draven, though. And both supports got it.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than either. I mean,
We
either
got
ADC
2-0 on the
getting it.
Soraka so far. Soraka's gonna carry this. Outdamage the Draven in fights.
Yeah. Like, if they can shut down the Draven, that's the thing. If they can shut down the Draven and somehow get enough executioners to make Soraka useless, then they have a chance this game. But that requires shutting down the Draven, which is going to be
Red
a very
team has
hard
spotted
task.
out the Amumu. Now he's bot side.
Okay, Soraka might be dead here. Okay, not if you miss that hook.
They
That
do have
hook
a good
could've changed
lane
the game,
state
that's
though.
unfortunate.
This does negative damage to the
What are you talking about?
Galio,
the cat
Katarina.
and the Galio, yeah.
It was Q and W. It was 2 daggers and D.
Yeah,
Didn't even.
and he didn't even take damage.
I certainly feel you there, Samir. Oh, we got the gank bot side. Nick missing
Okay,
the
we
Q,
might
but
be able
still
to
hitting the
kill-
wall.
This is really
It's
bad.
just, yeah, this is. Okay.
Oh?
Oh, then
Okay.
Flash is out.
1 for 1. Draven got
Kenny's
the kill.
got to
though.
be careful here. If he gets hit by a Q, he's dead. Yeah. Vladimir.
Somehow
will-
Vlad took a lot of poke damage there. Open Vlad's
is gonna
dead,
go
just like
down.
that.
I think it was just probably a lot of minion damage, seeing how big that wave was. Just probably take some trades
Can we
into
go
the minion
back?
wave.
I'm gonna look at that fight really quick. Okay, Vlad
Okay.
made the mistake of fighting in the minions and took a million minion
Soraka
damage.
will solo kill the jungler. Like I said,
Okay.
Soraka carry already has her upgraded support item.
This is not the start Nick was looking for. That's
yeah, and Draven's already got his noon quiver compared to 2 daggers and 2 longswords and a dagger on Kenny, so it's that just puts him behind on damage on all fronts. So he probably can't even win all ins anymore.
They should try to fight this dragon though. They don't even know what's happening though, so it doesn't matter.
And their jungler was just coming off respawn. Red team's gonna look for a gank bot side. They should be able to just get out.
Swing and a miss with the hook. 1 kill to Draven. Does Nick get the return kill? He does. And the TP
Nick has
Samir
all
down
the
bot
kills.
lane.
The supports have most of the kills.
Samir's just gonna get wrecked by this Galio. That hurts.
Yeah, Samir can't do damage to Galio. It looks like he might opt into an AD build. It looks like the Cavalry will opt into an AD build, so that might help out a little bit into the matchup, but Cavalry still has a lot of AP damage even building AD, so
Not an optimal game state, but obviously better than last game so far.
yeah, I mean, did you see a level 1?
Yeah.
The run down top lane.
That Malphite is trolling. He just missed so much of that wave for no reason.
Vlad is also trolling. He took a trade with 80 minions in the lane.
I understand, but
And
the
then
Malphite just literally just didn't take like 8 CS.
Nick's okay. About how that goes. A little ambitious with the ultimate before all of Galio's CC comes out and the killer.
Interesting trading on the mid lane, but nothing's really lost.
No one dies, yeah. And they're equal in CS, which is good. Jungle... Oh wait, no, jungle is way behind. But top is up in CS.
Oh, the Malphite
Both
ulti straight into the
ultimates coming
Vlad
out.
in the pool. Vlad's fine here.
Vlad's fine, yeah. He just walks out.
I don't know if he needed a flash, but better
I don't
safe
know
than
if he
sorry.
I'm not live. How do I...
Press the
No, I just fixed it.
fast forward a little.
Okay, they might be able to kill the Draven here. No,
The
they cannot.
Tristana just got chunked.
Oh, good heal, but what killed him? Is
The
Draven a
Draven.
Vivo?
Minions probably. Yeah.
No. What
He
killed him?
flashed, so
though?
the axe
Draven
took
auto-
longer to travel.
Oh, it was a minion. A minion killed him.
No, minion auto hit him.
Okay.
Like I said, Kenny was just
No, I
down.
don't even see the minion auto. I don't know what killed him there.
Just probably the flash delayed the minion auto damage, but
Did anything happen top there? Did someone die?
yes, there was a counter gank from the Hecarim killing the Nunu, Amumu.
Not looking too hot for next team here.
Yeah, so it's just slipping further and further into Connor's lead. And I'm pretty confident Connor has the capability to control this game with Soraka.
You want to throw next game to give Nick a chance in the playoffs?
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna really
I'm down.
talk about this on a recording.
Of course.
Wall Street bets.
I mean, we may play off roll just to practice the
Potential
flexibility of
flexes, yeah. No, we will not do that, but... interesting pool.
Very interesting pool. What's the cooldown on that? Like 20 seconds?
Quite a
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
So it shouldn't matter that much.
Let's have a guest interview with Michael. Talk
Hey
about this
Michael,
Vlad
what's the
gameplay.
Michael,
cooldown of
just talk
Vlad
about the
W
Vlad
level
gameplay.
1?
Okay.
23
flash.
seconds exactly. 22
Top
or
lane
23
no longer
seconds.
has that much of a lead either. Hey, they might be able to pull something here.
This is a great roam by Nick and Samir. Okay, Galio is just going to take over this fight and stop anything that's trying to happen here. The movement ulti into any sort of damage coming. That's not what they want to see.
Wow. That was more damage than I expected to see from Galio Malphite there.
And Kenny's gonna get dove bot lane for that too.
That is Connor's expertise.
That's the game.
Very well done. Very well done on the bot
Yeah.
lane. Like, that was a great dive.
Punishing the roam with a really good dive.
So how does obviously Nick's team's behind? Any way back into the game at this point?
Yeah. Do we have a TP on Vlad, get a ward behind the bot lane, and then get a 4-man bot lane and try to kill Draven, and get that kill to Tristana, and then you might have a chance.
Yeah, get that. There's
Try to
600
get some
gold
kind of
alone
Tristana
in
scaling.
shutdowns bot lane. So if
Yeah.
they kill Soraka,
If they can get a decent
Wait, this
bot
actually
lane-
might be big.
good
Nick
flash
hits the
hook from Nick.
Draven has heal. Okay, does he just straight up? Okay, no. Surely. Okay, no, he
Draven's
actually has
broken.
enough damage.
Draven's broken. He just 2v1.
Draven.
And we got the Soraka flash healing the Draven.
Not
It's
broken,
just-
but the shield bow did save his life there. Double flash mid lane.
Not actually
And
broken, but
this
like when you give
game-
Draven a lead, like the game is over.
Did Connor flash this heal?
Yeah,
Getting
Connor
down
flash
to
healed.
Connor
have a
did
full
flash heal the
item.
Draven.
We have a full mythic item and probably 2k gold on, or at least 1k gold on Draven.
If
And
hold on, I
oh,
can actually check that.
Item. Kenny still does not have a mythic item.
I forget what the button is, but there's a way to check gold.
Down 20 CS. Losing bot lane loses the game. Like, there's not. I don't
It's
know.
you
There's no
hold
way to-
tab and press X. See current gold.
Okay, just diving the mid lane here. Yeah. This is slowly becoming another stomp.
Soraka's backing with 2.2k gold in his pocket.
How many kills did they end with last game?
I don't
Draven is
remember.
currently up over 2k gold on the Tristana.
Okay, the game's over.
Tristana's 0-6. That's
They're 8k gold up at 13.
Soraka
minutes,
has
which is
more
pretty much
kills.
the same. Okay, make it 9k gold up on 13 minutes in.
Soraka has.
This is pretty much
more
the same
gold than
situation as
Beta
last
carry.
game.
that's almost math. That's 8k gold.
Except like half. Almost math.
Brady is preparing his Strunk Lee Sin as we
8.5K.
can hear.
8.5k.
What? Brady's not.
Oh! It's a cool hook,
It's not
but
gonna
it
matter.
actually
They
is a
don't do
bait,
any
and
damage.
then they all just die
Yeah, they
anyway.
got banned and they all die.
It was a fancy hook. Too bad it was just a bait. Unfortunate.
And they probably get 2 mid turrets off. Oh wait, never mind. I
Will
thought
we
that was
even
their
see
rep.
this game played out, or will the FF come out in 1 minute speed run?
They're not gonna FF. Nick has too much pride.
Nick has blinders on right now. He isn't pressing tab. If he presses tab, he'll tilt too hard.
It's true. I think he's already done.
Nick has turned off his HUD currently. He just has his mini-map the size of freaking China.
the entire game. His entire screen is his mini map.
Nick is playing from the minimap.
Nick's supersized mini-map is going to win him this game.
I don't know. It sounds like an exploit
He already
to
flash
me.
muted all. He deafened himself in Discord.
He is playing solo
And the
queue at this
Malphite is
point.
diving this. Okay, Vlad is dead. Yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Heckram just waiting at the pool. Nothing you do. They had no phase rush proc to help get him out or anything.
Okay, let's start asking, like, what are our questions for Nick and Connor?
I don't know if we.
It's not
I
bad.
don't know if we do that quite yet. After we're seeing this game,
Now it's 12k gold at 15 minutes, so they have more of a gold lead than last game.
this is just a slaughter. Nothing is gonna go right here.
That the Galio ult is just able to completely give everyone a magic shield, shutting down the Katarina damage to everyone in the circle.
Katarina probably should have gotten AD this game, but I mean, it wouldn't matter.
Vladimir looked pretty caught out at the moment. Probably he's gonna go down for that one too.
Okay.
Katarina going to AP into Galio is just like,
I'm pretty sure after this game, I don't think that there's any way Nick makes playoffs.
which is really sad.
Well, I think it's possible. No, it's not.
I don't know. It's not.
It's not.
I don't know what it is. Which is really unfortunate. He just got he
Well,
probably got the hardest draft in the entire.
Ryan has 2 wins, correct? I don't remember, but if Ryan has 2 wins and then loses his next 2 games, and Nick gets a like 2-0 and a 1-1 somehow, then I think he can still make it. But
speaking of 2-0s,
this was the game that Nick really needed to win.
This is the game Nick really needs to win.
At least
right?
take a game off.
Because it's going to be really hard for Nick to be able to overcome our team. Not being prideful, but just like for their showing this game is not. Because
they're just trying to make anything work and click, and it's nothing sticking.
He just had a really hard draft too. Like being first pick means he gets 1 decent player, or 1 good player, and then 2 like okay players. Like. It's really hard for Nick to be able to create a solid team.
Back to the game, though, I would have liked to see Nick's hook percentage to be a little higher, especially in the early game. There were several missed opportunities.
That's true.
Hooks.
That's true.
Red team's just gonna take another dragon here. Amumu's gonna look to take the Herald. Yes, Amumu is just gonna take Herald on the opposite side of the map. I guess that's something. I don't really know. Honestly, Red Team might even run to Herald before he can even
that's
take
what I'm
it.
saying.
Hold on.
Might just be a leash.
Yeah, I don't even think Amumu gets this Herald. Well, never mind. Hecarim's going into his jungle. They don't even know.
Alright.
It doesn't matter though.
Fair enough.
Brady or
what are they gonna do?
Okay,
Throw it mid and have it killed? Like they get mid in.
It doesn't do
They
anything.
have no Amumu ult because it takes 8 years to kill the Herald.
But it's a takeaway.
Yeah, but they have no Amumu ult.
And Tristana barely got clipped by that Malphite ult and just taken down again.
Like, let's ask a question here. Why is Vlad top when they're pushing a mid in him? Amumu Herald is not as good as a movement being mid here. Like,
I agree.
Like, come on. Like, what are you doing?
Malphite did not need a TP. They literally can just end the game.
Like, their entire team should have been focused on getting kills mid there. Like, trying. Because it was they didn't see Hecarim there. And then they forced him Malphite TP. And so then they try to 5v4 mid. And then maybe get something out of it, even though Draven's really fat. Like...
Kenny with the flash.
Tristana
we might see
Galio
go down here, but Soraka is just carrying and keeping him alive.
No anti-heal on the team.
They have the stun on the Soraka, but again, it doesn't mean anything.
Galio takes 2 turret shots and still lives.
This is such a safe yet so aggressive team because of that Soraka.
Yeah.
And I think this guarantees that Connor doesn't have Soraka again. After all of the mind games I don't want to play Soraka, this just shows that Connor still knows what he's doing on the champion.
Connor's Soraka this game has been, like, flawless. Other than the time he just died, but... but...
Bro, you use a spectator tool much. If you press A, it goes in, like, team fight mode and shows, like, total health bar.
Oh, really? I didn't know you could do that. I literally wanted to do that.
Do what?
If you press A, it goes into team fight mode.
It shows the damage of each particular champion. I didn't know it had that component, like in the spectator mode. That's cool. Because I was like, League should add that, but I guess they already had it. I just didn't know about it. Samir says we turn these in chat with the last hopeful psychological warfare tactic to maybe turn things around. But instead, they just get ran down top lane, take the second turret, take the inhib, take the Baron, and then win the game. Or are they going to go for total destruction again? This is a 14k gold lead, almost 15k on the red side of the map. If Nyx comes back from this, this will be the biggest comeback in LCS history.
What does Nick do for the rest of this tournament? With playoff dreams out of sight, do you think that they just try things for fun? Do you think that they still go their desired roles? What do you think happens?
They try to beat us. Like,
I think they try to get any win they can.
You know?
Well,
any way possible.
It's still possible. Like, they just have to 2-0 us. Which is like really difficult.
Okay,
but it's
so then what's the strategy to win?
I think the strategy, honestly, is to be just
to beat us,
sell out,
take advantage
make
of
us
bot lane, take advantage of Josh, and then.
Okay, let's stop giving people strategies.
No, I think the real option here is
Josh is just gonna
sell
get smoked
out
by anybody, dude. I'm so scared.
Hey, if Nick buys me a Zippo hand warmer, I will play Lee Sin mid. So
we are accepting bribes, Nick.
So I mean, just sell out like.
Yeah, we will accept if we get a second Zippo hand warmer to pass around. Then we'll have one at Duke and one in Missouri. Then I mean,
whoa,
like,
you
what's
think
the
you're
point
just
of getting second seed in playoffs? I mean, we're okay with that. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
That just guarantees a Zippo. We don't have to win anymore. We just got to get a Zippo no matter what. Like,
you know.
Yeah, if we get 2 Zippos, I'll take that.
I think there's some pretty nice skins in League right now.
Zippo hand warmers. Okay.
BMaw.
Caleb, excuse me. Expand your mindset. Zippo hand warmers are a material item that we can use for the rest of our lives.
League skins are temporary. Zippo's hand warmers are forever.
Forever.
Exactly.
Dude.
Exactly.
Forever.
How do the hand warmers work? Like how do they actually function? Are they battery powered?
I don't know.
I've never had a Zippo hand warmer.
Because like a Zippo lighter, right? They eventually run out. So are Zippo hand warmers forever?
You can buy refuels to Zippo lighters.
You can buy pods.
Yeah. Looking on the
oh, the Kenny Cheese! Can he get the Zao kill? No, he cannot. So Rocket healing is too big.
But Nick, don't worry, Nick, we'll pick up another kill.
However,
Nick the
they
KS
get
in
so...
support. Oh, a Mumu! Oh, a Mumu with the steal!
Oh my God! Let's
Delaying
go!
the Dragon Soul.
That is so huge for blue team here. That's
maybe a foot in the door they need. They turn these.
Oh, what am I kidding? It doesn't matter though because the Mumu just.
Unfortunately, they're still down 16k gold and they just run down and finish the game. But that was a good steal at Mumu. Well done. Sadly, it was too little, too late for the blue team to be able to do anything, and they just get ulted and one shot by the hacker him, and the game is over.
Oh, and the
nice
Malphite.
no. Okay.
Cole and Josh are not happy that I flamed them.
That's looked like a Josh level Malphite out there, basically just ulting nothing like he did last night.
Ulting the bush.
Ulting the bush.
Ulting the bush.
This is a
Josh
PSA. This is a
He
PSA.
got
This is a PSA to all the other teams. Ban Malphite and Shen, and our team will lose. But we're still not putting you on Quinn.
You're not playing Quinn.
You're not playing Quinn.
Never playing Gwyn again.
He's not playing Quinn.
5 deaths in 3 minutes, unironically, and lost 3 turrets.
Okay, this was a valiant showing by Nick's team.
They are defending the Nexus with all of their might.
Hey, Nick's team got 12 kills this game. That's pretty good. That's better than last game.
They are still down a lot of gold.
Hey, don't look at the gold lead. Just look at the kill count.
Hang on, is that yeah, we're approaching the 13k.
It was 16k. Now it's down to 13.
So
this is true. They just.
What if they bring this back? Baron is out. Baron is gone. They have no Nexus turrets, and they cannot win a fight. But if
the Bud Light Baron power play,
the Bud Light Ace
Baron power play is off the board.
If Connor decides to not push down mid like they're doing literally right now, then Nick's team might have a chance.
Okay. Josh's Quinn is nasty. Please ban it into our team. I don't want you to be.
Dude, I don't want you
to be upset.
I just don't want you guys to feel the Quinn damage. It is too insane for you guys.
Your guys' mental will go out the window, and you'll never play League again if you ban Josh's Quinn.
Samir taunting.
You'll just be so tilted that you uninstall the game and never touch it again. It's that good. It's that good.
Please don't ban Malphite. Okay, anyway, back to this game. We see blue team trying to make a valiant stand. I don't know what much comes out of it, because red team can kind of just A-ram them down here.
The Nexus turrets are down. The super minions
are crashing. Can we see the Draven pentakill here?
Can we pick the Draven?
Draven,
no,
Draven is going in. There's one. There's two. Draven on the third. Katarina goes down. Bot synth, the Nautilus goes down. Draven triple kill to end the game.
Okay.
At least we got to see this fight this time. Last time we did cut us off early.
Alright, who are we interviewing first? We should probably interview Connor first.
Oh, I got the vertical buttons. Let's go.
Vertical bar.
Vertical bar.
Vertical bar.
That's worth a stream in Discord.
Hang on, let me check out the vertical bar.
Vertical
Do we press it up here? Do we press it down here? Ooh.
Anyways, okay.
The double
Press it
vertical
up
bar.
here, press it down here.
We see a lot of.
Or you can quit too. You have two vertical bars.
Two vertical bars.
Okay, let's
That's
go
the new
ahead
record.
and look for an interview here. Do we want to start with Connor, the
Yes.
MVP Soraka? Okay, let me go
Are
ahead.
we gonna
and
get
DM
any
him.
face cams on visit interviews or no?
Sorry, what? I don't have camera. If you want to turn on your webcam, you can. but I don't have one.
My camera's also not working.
Okay. Connor, just let us know in Twitch chat if you're ready for the interview.
You should
Or
put your
I guess I
con-
could just DM you. Hold on.
Interview Josh for the culture. No thank.
Interview Josh. Interview Malphite.
Connor should be coming in here any moment. Go ahead and pull him in here.
Don't forget to claim your Twitch Prime skin shard just released today. I'm just kidding.
Connor,
Hello, hello, hello.
That was a clean game, Connor.
how are you feeling after that game?
Great Soraka playing that second game.
Thank you. I'm feeling all right. I felt like we really had to win the 2-0 since a lot of other teams were 2-0ing. If we lose to them, it's like losing to every other team at the same time. So
Right. I think.
Yeah.
I think these were
That
both
hurts.
really crucial games for you and Nick. Obviously, you guys came out on top.
yeah.
Do you guys think that this is a new light for Team Inactive?
No, I mean we just had to win. If we dropped a game, it just feels really bad.
It was just an
Understandable.
easy dub. Wow.
Yeah.
I understand that. Okay, so like, what were your thoughts going into this? Like, how were you planning to approach Nick's team other than just stomping them?
We wanted to make sure we had like a favorable jungle matchup. We didn't want him to have the first pick Hecarim without having like a preparedness for it. But then they decided not to put bot simp jungle and instead decided to put him top in game 1.
Yeah.
Which
Support.
yeah, and then support game 2. But it's like they when they were doing all this, they just kept moving Swag Lord of Pain out of support, and she likes to play support. So I was like, okay, we'll do the same ban and try to push her out of support again. So it just seemed like their team was really uncomfortable with all the swapping, and the drafts were really incoherent on their end. We made sure that there was never a Hecarim
I
Amy
think you
threat
guys
too.
won a draft both games, like fairly easily. They just weren't really able to come up with a draft that was better than that could do anything against you.
Mhm.
Like second game, I think they had a better draft just because they had a good bot lane. But at the same time, then you just duked down on bot lane, so it's like they couldn't have
Yeah, well, and we showed our cards too in previous matches. If they did their homework, they would know that we play the Ashe Swain, and I'm sure they did know it, and they just didn't realize that Ashe Swain is just the hardest counter to safe lanes. Like if you're gonna play Ezreal,
And honestly, I thought Ezreal
you're not
Jenner
gonna
would be
CS.
fine in that. I was surprised that you guys destroyed him so hard.
Yeah, it's just the range, the harass, the engage from so far. You can't play safe against it, so it is the hard answer to like these super safe laners.
Do you
And then they picked super safe into that. And then in game 2, when they actually banned it out, they then picked aggro. And so we could actually pick Draven, Soraka, and be fine.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
I definitely saw the Soraka mind games coming. You were ready for that Soraka, and you punished them with it.
Yeah, they were daring to
would
play
not have
Soraka
picked
so
it.
they could pick the Nautilus, and then it just didn't matter.
Yeah. I would not pick it blind. I would not first pick it ever there. Like, I had to pick it on pick 3. There were picks that would make it so that I could not pick Soraka, in all honesty. Soraka is not a versatile
What would that
champion,
pick
but
be?
when she is good, she is really fucking good. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you kept your entire team alive, like, for the second half of the game. Like, they couldn't do anything. Like, other than the one time they got, like, 4 kills. But at that point, you're already up to 16k
Yeah.
gold. So, like, what does it matter?
yeah.
You know?
It's kind of hard to analyze those games just because they were so
Because it was just
one-sided.
stomp.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, and like even like mid lane in the draft, like Katarina got insta counterpicked with the Galio. Nothing she could do the
Mhm.
entirety of the game.
Yeah, I think the Katarina. We'll talk about that with Nick.
I think it was really well played by you guys, though. Overall, it was just around
very
the
well
map
played.
domination. So
Mhm.
Yep.
Taking
Yeah, you didn't
advantage
lose
of
a
every
lane.
time.
You didn't lose a lane the entire 2 series. Like,
Yeah.
that was
For
great.
the better
That was
part
very
of
well
game
done.
1, we were saying it's technically flawless because Hecarim
Hecarim died to execution, yeah. No, that
Yeah.
counts. That counts.
How do you feel about the level 1 shenanigans going on in game 2?
We had the hard read. We saw the Nautilus pick. We're like, they're just gonna invade us, so we're gonna stack in this bush. And then we were like, someone has to ward the blue though, because they're gonna invade on that side. And so I think Hecarim ended up placing the ward, and then we all tried to get into the bush. Galio was like struggling to get into the bush because we were all stacked in it, so we were a little nervous to get a spot to Galio.
Yeah, I was saying if Galio started W, that was the freest 5-man taunt over the blue wall there. That would have.
Honestly, flash W.
But we just waited for the Katarina to show, and then once she flashed, we invaded our own blue buff, and then it was over.
You invaded your own blue buff. I like the thing.
Well,
3v5.
I think staying was a huge mistake on their part. Like, if they're not seeing you guys in their blue jungle, there should be red flags like going off their head the entire time.
Yeah.
Like something is going wrong here, but they just didn't pick up on those red flags and just obviously took a loss for it.
Yeah, we just had the hard read on the invade, and something with Soraka is you can't just solo.
It was very wise because like obviously if you look at their team comp, they're going to invade. So that was a very good move on your part. Okay, do you guys have any more questions?
I mean, it's kind of hard to ask questions besides how do you think that you'll start to stack up against your final matchups?
Yeah, who's your next suit?
So we're going against Moose's team next, and then we're going against Ryan's team in the 5th week. So I think we're going to go 1-1 in both, to be honest. I don't see us
Moose's team
2-0ing either team, but like I said, Team Inactive is an inactive team, and they're just going to get stronger and stronger leading up to playoffs. So if we make it to playoffs, I think that's a huge buff for us relative to like other teams.
And at this point, it's very likely you make it to playoffs.
Ryan, we still need to play against Ryan's team. If we 2-0 Ryan or 1-1 Ryan, it should basically guarantee it, but it depends.
What's your strategy against mixed team?
I don't think you can reveal strategy.
I don't think you can.
Okay.
My strategy for the next game is to win.
Is to win. Okay. That's a great strategy.
I like that strategy.
Give us all the details. So.
Yeah. So. I know exactly what 2 game plans Moose has, and I'll just have to prepare for those. I think that's as much as I can say without leaking anything.
Yeah, no, you don't have to say it. I was joking.
I don't remember. We were trying to figure out the math, but you've kept up with it more. But is Nick's team? Do they still have a chance if they literally win their next game?
If they win out, so I'd have to look at the math because I've been looking at the math only from my end. But if they win out. 4 and 6 could do it. They would need help, I'd imagine, at this point. So they would need.
Zippo hand warmers to us. Yeah. And we play Lee Sin mid.
We missed the stream, but we were accepting bribes to throw the game. But
yeah, they would definitely need help.
Because his next 2 matchups are really hard. They're against us and then Mick, right?
Yeah.
Or no, our match to week 6 is Mick.
Really hard. Huh?
Yeah. It's really tough for them.
His second match is week 6.
Anyway, Connor, great games. It was really enjoyable to watch, but it was very one-sided.
So. Any questions from the chat?
Very well played, just in general. Well done.
Do you have any comments to everybody, the other teams?
No. Evan does want to potentially interview, though. Okay. If you guys want to interview,
we definitely
just
will
throwing that out there.
Well,
do the coaches first or the captains? Sorry, not coaches.
Min's asking on your build decision, wondering why you didn't go crit Raka.
Bananas.
Okay, I thought it was actually going to be a serious question, like why I skipped Moonstone and went straight into Ardent.
And not all.
Okay.
Connor,
crit Raka would have
5
really good
legendary items, no mythic.
No, I got mythic at the end. I built it 3rd because it's all right there, but. Yeah, I didn't build it first because there was no reason to build it. I wanted the Ardent and the Crucible.
That's smart.
Alright, well, I better see the crit Soraka in the future.
Is Team 5 Alex's team?
Yes.
Yeah, so they're against us and then Alex's team, which are 2 of the hardest. Yeah, against 2 of the hardest teams in the league. That's really hard.
They might be able to get a game or 2 on Alex's team if they do proper prep.
You may get a game off of us too, depending on the proper prep.
If you guys are trying to help them get in, then yeah, they could obviously 2-0 you out. But I
mean, we are not actually doing that. But
yeah, we won't throw.
Unless you get Zippo hand warmers.
Unless this is Zippo hand warmer.
If this is Zippo hand warmer. What do you think Nick's team has to do to get those next few wins?
They need to figure out who's going where and not try to flex.
That's
I think
true.
flexing needs to start
true
for them.
I think the most important thing for me. Yeah, sorry, but
yeah, because it's not working. If it's a problem of getting banned out on support, then the support needs to expand their pool. If it's a problem elsewhere on the map, like finding who can actually jungle, that needs to change. Something I'm still waiting for that team to do because they haven't done it is I know Gara has a Smurf account that he's been playing jungle on, so that team can play him jungle. and then put bot simp in the top lane. And I'm waiting for that, because that sounds like a much better idea than shifting him down to support to then move the support to the jungle role. I think their support needs to always go support, and then their AD almost always needs to go AD, their mid almost always needs to go mid. And then they could decide who wants to top or jungle. I think that's probably their best shot, but even then, that's really tough.
I kind of
Going into Alex's game, they need to have a way of making sure that Alex doesn't get into the game, and then it's Sad Boy Kevin and then Nukin.
Yes. Yeah,
if you keep Alex from getting into the game, and then pick favorable jungle, where like you can win every 2v2, where if it's mid jungle versus the enemy mid jungle, I think that game's really easy to win.
Okay.
I mean, not really easy, just relatively easy.
Right.
It's still really tough for them, but that's what they need to do, I feel.
Well, I definitely hope Nick was listening in. I mean, I talked to him on the side, and we've talked about different strategies and whatnot for his team, but we'll definitely...
It's really hard.
I definitely hope he takes your advice, because I agree that Nick either needs to be in that top jungle with Gara, and whether who wants top or who wants jungle, they can decide, but I definitely think them on the top side of the map is the best thing for them.
Mm-hmm. And maybe a little more prep going into drafts.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Connor. If you have anything else to say...
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Got our first 2-0. I'm happy.
GG.
GG.
See ya.
See ya.
Well, Nick is not in the chat. There's Nick. Okay, Nick's just gonna join anyway. Hey, Nick.
Hello.
Well.
How you feeling?
How are you feeling? That's a good question to start.
Okay, so game one, I was winning, but to be able to press an advantage, you have to be able to walk up in lane. So that didn't exactly go over too well, because Hecarim just goes zoom, and it was no longer me winning.
Yeah, we noticed you had the deep ward set up. Still wasn't enough. The Hecarim was just too fast.
Yeah, Hecarim's just too fast with Ghost. I mean, I started walking away almost instantly, and I mean, the plan there was actually, I thought that, because I called Macy, who was in the jungle. I don't know if you saw all the random pings at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, we saw.
I was lining out her jungle pathing, and I told her to sit in tri-bush whenever she would finish her red, because I knew that Hecarim was going to do that gank. So I kind of expected that there would be a counter gank, which kind of threw things for a little bit of a loop, because it was just like I didn't expect what happened.
It seemed that Hecarim was very far ahead on the jungle clear, because she was still clearing her red buff when the gank happened.
Yeah. So I just kind of I knew it was gonna happen, and we planned around it, but it just wasn't executed properly, I guess. I don't know. I think it's difficult. Both games, it kind of felt like an outdrafting issue, and it wasn't even necessarily that the drafts were bad. The problem is we're working with an extremely limited champ pool. So I think the thing that we need to do is just improve our champion pools, because it's like there's so many things that people can't do or can't play that cause issues. And the second game, I think, was mainly just if the level 1 didn't go so bad, we might have had a shot that game. It's just after level 1, it was just
I'd like to ask you about the level 1 too. So when you push into their jungle and you see no one there,
yeah,
you invade fully in their blue side jungle. Do you not
Okay, no, we knew that we thought that they counter invaded. So we thought that they either one counter invaded or they were 5 stacks.
They counter invaded
with
their team comp?
No, listen, I'm not done talking. So they either counter invaded or they 5 stacks somewhere. So what should happen there is top backs, mid backs, and we just take their blue buff, and it would be a 3v3 if they ended up 5 stacking and then they face check into us, right? And I say we win, and we 100% win the level 1 3v3. But instead of it being a 3v3, Samir went through the river. So instead of backing to go back to lane, he went through the river, or instead of going all the way around so they couldn't see, he went through the river. So then they saw, and then we just got collapsed on. But had we have gone back to lane like normal, or like we should have in a competitive setting, then the level 1 would have been fine, but it just didn't end up working out because of that. because like the only reason why they knew we were there is because the cat tried to go back to mid lane through river, right? And then the cat had to flash over the wall, and then they were able to collapse on us.
No, they actually had you warded. They knew you were there the whole time.
Well, in theory that was our thought.
Yeah, I actually completely understand where you're coming from. Whenever you were doing that, I'm like, Brady was like, oh, they have to think something is up, but I was just like, well, they probably think it's a counter invade, that they invaded either their red or their top side, and so I understand your thought process. It was just really unlucky, especially since we knew that they just saw you there the entire time and were setting a trap. So it's really unfortunate for you. It was just a bad read, and it just snowballed the game pretty early.
Yeah. And it was also like whenever you lose a game one that hard, right? You have to try to do as much that's different as possible. So it was just we were trying to do something, and I mean, yeah. I think the game would have looked a lot different had it not gone that way, of course. But we won't ever know, I guess. But yeah, I think that the main thing with our team is we just need to improve our champ pools. We also haven't practiced like at all. We get like we've had like 2 practice days, which is. Everybody's just so busy, so we're freeing up our schedules a little bit more to actually practice together, and I don't know. We're hoping to maybe change the outcome of some games here in the future.
Yeah, these next few games are going to be really, really important for you guys, and so let's talk.
I was gonna ask real quick. Do we play? Is it like you just play every team once, or is there a whole nother wave of games?
No, it's one round robin into playoffs.
Okay. So then I think that we're officially out of playoffs then?
No. Technically, if we have to look at the math, but I think if you actually 2-0 us and Alex's team, then you're still in.
Okay.
So let's talk strategy.
Or there would be tiebreakers.
Let's talk strategy for doing that. Obviously, the flexing thing I don't think is working. Like me personally, watching your team, I think you guys should stop trying to flex so much.
Yeah, and the problem is we just haven't practiced.
Yeah,
so it's like
I get it.
Like we're going to end up practicing this coming week quite a bit, and we're gonna try to see out where everybody's roles like where they should be. We're gonna try to land everybody in the appropriate spot. It's just been a little bit difficult because we haven't been able to consistently play with each other. Yeah. So it's a little bit hard. But yeah, we definitely need a consistent lanes, and we're gonna try to end up getting that. I don't know. I think that if you pick Lee Sin, we have a decent shot.
We just talked to Connor, and I've talked to you about this personally, but Gara is actually pretty comfortable in the jungle. And so have you thought about you going top and Gara jungle, or even keeping you top and Gara jungle?
Gara jungle runs into the same exact problems as Macy support. Macy isn't a support player, she plays jungle. Gara isn't a jungle player, Gara plays support. And so their champ pools are extremely limited. So if Gara only plays like 2 champions in the jungle, if either one of those are banned, he can't play the jungle anymore, right? And it's kind of the same thing with Macy. She has a limited champ pool. That's why Connor banned like those 2 champs. So it's like that's what I was addressing earlier, where we're so limited on where we go and what we do in draft because of our limited champ pools, that we just need to practice. We need to develop more champions, and we need to develop like where our optimal roles are, which I think we're definitely going to be able to do over this next week.
Okay. Do you have any other thoughts or things to say about these games or next games?
If you're playing Lee Sin, you're gonna lose. And that's probably really the only comment that I have. I mean, there were some rough games, so definitely trying to shake off the tilt still.
It's gonna be really awkward playing against you because for everybody watching, Nick is actually moving in with me this weekend, and so we'll see
We're gonna
how
be
we're
in
gonna pull
opposite
off our
rooms,
match.
so basically, I'm gonna come in there and shut off his PC so that way we can win both games.
I'll unplug
And
your
then lock
internet.
the door behind me. So.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Wait, but that unplugs your internet.
No, no. I'll just
What are we
unplug
gonna do without
yours.
Caleb? We just lose, according to Samir.
Samir, everybody on Caleb's team is dog shit, but Caleb. Caleb's team. Hey, that's kind of mean.
Hey, that was kind of rude.
Nick, appreciate you. Best of luck in the future.
Thanks. Hopefully you don't play Lee Sin for your sake.
I'm playing Lee Sin. Anyway.
No,
I'll play Lee Sin game 1. Blow me.
Let me go ahead and message Evan because I think we're gonna bring him in here next. Nick, you have any closing remarks?
Yeah. Retrospectively, probably should have banned the Hack Room just because it's brain dead champion. It's just he's actually not that good in the meta right now. I mean, Hack Room's always in a solid spot, but he's not like, at least the last time I checked, he wasn't like super top tier. And the thought process behind it is that we just wanted to get a good matchup. We wanted to get a good matchup bot lane and kind of force him onto the Soraka, so that's why we didn't ban the Hack Room. But retrospectively, probably should have banned the Hack Room.
I understand. Well, best of luck in the future. Work on expanding those champ pools and solidify those lanes. I think that'll give you a better chance.
Have a good one, bye.
See ya. Hello, Evan. You're muted in Discord.
Hello. Play that game?
Hey, Evan. How do you feel after that game?
Yeah, I feel good. I think. What?
Are you glad that you got the Heck Room? Because I definitely think that's like one of your main picks, and it was kind of a contested pick with Nick. So, are you glad that you got your Heck Room?
Let's be honest. I'm not really. I think I play pretty well, but I did a lot of mistakes because I haven't practiced Heck Room at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm kind of not used to it. I make a lot of mistakes, but I can do better next time.
I understand. What was kind of your game plan going into this game?
My game plan is just like for game 1, I was actually like trying to focus mid lane because we have a Malzahar. That would be like a really easy gang, and I would try that. But then when I was roaming top, getting the scholar and see like, oh, Mordekaiser is really pushed up, so I just gank. That's it.
Yeah, that's something that we took note of in the game is that you really found that top lane and kept catching him overextended over and over again. So that was really good by you, recognizing that and adjusting your game plan. It sounds like so. Props to you. What jungler do you wish you had if it wasn't Hecarim?
I actually prefer to go like Graves or Viego, but I don't think I will have a chance to play those. I need to like snowball, and I don't think I can snowball in this tournament.
Yeah, I understand. Well, you still smurfed on the Hecarim, so it wasn't too big of a deal. How do you feel about these next couple of games? Because these next couple of games are really important for you guys if you're going to make playoffs.
Because I actually don't know a lot of people in here, but I will try my best to practice and adjust myself to get a good game with those teams.
Got it. Okay. Do you guys have any questions?
Not really.
I mean, okay, so was your plan the entire game to just like try to take advantage of top lane, like especially the first lane, the first game? I mean,
the first game, it was just like I kind of saw a chance at top and I just ganked top, but my plan is still focusing around like I got a lot of control around the jungles. I kind of know exactly where I'm a mover, so I just kind of tell them, and yeah, we just know that and take fast whenever we have the advantage.
Awesome. Well, Evan, do you have anything to say to everybody watching, or perhaps your future opponents?
My future opponent?
Do you have anything to say to them?
I really wish I could pull off a game of Grace. Like last time I did that, it didn't go well, but next time I will try my best to not disappoint my team again.
You're gonna smurf on the Graves. All right.
I'm excited for it.
All right. Thank you, Evan. Good game. You played really well.
Thank you.
Tanner and I are playing chess.
You guys are playing chess.
No.
Nice. Okay. Who else wants to be interviewed?
I haven't played chess in
Twitch
forever,
chat?
so it's kind of suck. Not gonna lie.
Anybody else want an interview?
Interesting move.
I want to play Brady in chess. By the way.
Okay,
Oh,
Nick.
I wasn't.
Thank you. Brittany will play you in chess shortly after.
Okay.
Do we want to bring Zhao in here? Does Kenny want to talk?
Ooh, wild move. Wait, I don't want to pre-move that. I don't want to pre-move that.
Okay, Zhao wants to come in. Alright, I'm gonna bring him in.
I fucked up.
Alright, how you doing, Zhao?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Pretty good. That was a fun, action-packed game, I would say.
Yeah, both of them were quite fun.
Were you expecting to stomp them that hard?
No, I really wasn't. I was also expecting at least like an Ashe or a Swain ban on the first game. Maybe not both, because I think the better ban is Ashe. Because I think if you get rid of the Ashe, then the Swain gets a lot weaker. It's still strong, but it's definitely not. Like Ashe makes the whole combo, and then you can flex Ashe as just an ADC too, which I can't play. So, yeah, I think that I wasn't expecting it to go that hard. The second game, I was a little just iffy going into it because, like, Draven Soraka is a good lane. It's not bad, but you know, Tristana and Nautilus, if they get that early advantage, we're kind of stuck just sitting behind a tower.
Right.
So.
Well, it didn't seem to affect you that much because you guys, especially in that game too, because of the Fiesta level 1. However, you guys just seem to have a really dominant lane both games. I completely agree with you on the Ashe Swain stuff, by the way. We were actually talking about that and how game 1 we were kind of surprised that there was no ban to be seen. And then you guys just whipped it out. And then game 2, we talked about it. We're like, okay, they need to ban at least the Ashe because like the Ashe nerfs the Swain and it kind of takes out both with one ban. And then they ended up just banning both. And we were kind of surprised by it too. And then Connor mentioned
I don't think.
Oh, sorry,
I don't think that you need to ban the Swain. I mean, he's not a great champion. I like playing him and I enjoy him as a champion.
Oh,
but it's really just Ashe. Like she makes the whole combo, and even then, if the Swain doesn't if I don't get super fed, it doesn't really matter with the pick potential. Like within that game 1, I got a couple of kills cross map just because I wasn't even there. She hits a ulti, I have a free W too. It's very easy to win, or it's very hard to win against that lane. You can survive, but then you don't get any CS, and then you're just kind of struggling as well. So it's definitely a very hard lane, and I think that you have to remove the Ashe.
Right. So looking into game 2, did you just pick the Draven just because it was a super aggressive kind of early game damage champion?
Yeah, I think I picked it for a couple of reasons. I saw we had the Hecarim Malphite, so we have a really big front line. And then we were just talking about, well, if the Soraka's open, we go the Soraka, and Draven with shield bow, Soraka. I mean, you don't really kill him. It's very difficult. I also picked him because the other I'm pretty sure they banned Ezreal, Sivir, just a bunch of safe AD carries. And I was considering some other AD carries that I won't name. Just not to give away my champ pool, but Draven to me felt like the best pick because he has a way to survive Tristana and Nautilus. If Nautilus hooks, I can E, and it delays him getting to me. If Tristana jumps in, I can E. She doesn't get it off either. So it's just a safer pick, but at the same time, it's aggressive, and I get to do what I want because I have a Soraka, so I can frontline.
Right. I definitely think that worked out for you. I was just surprised to see the Draven pick just because I don't... especially in like a more competitive scene, I never really pictured Draven as like this super hardcore ADC, but like you made it work, and I definitely saw the strengths within the pick. So
yeah, I think I have well, I haven't played in a while, so my match history looks very much like 3-4 champs. But before that, I had a pretty large pool with 80 carry. Like really, if you put me on anything 80 carry, and then I got to high diamond as a support one time because I wanted to see what the other side kind of felt like, and support was a lot easier. So, but I have a general idea of really how to play kind of every 80 carry. So I'd say that my strength as a player is definitely just having a big pool, and so I don't think you can ban me out, but you can definitely make me weaker, with picks. But I think that there's always something I'm comfortable playing.
yeah, I understand. Despite those 2 games being a stomp, do you think you learned anything about your team strengths? Because I definitely feel like this was a big tempo swing in your team's favor. It was a very convincing 2-0. So, do you think that you guys as a team are bonding more and
Oh yeah,
together?
no, I think I think like Connor said earlier, Team Active, the more you play, the better we get, and I think that is quite true.
Sure.
I think once we do get to, if we do get to playoff, which I do expect, we're a bunch of players that haven't played the game in a while, so now that we're getting more into it, it does feel a lot easier, and I feel a lot more comfortable on a lot of these champs. But yeah, I think I think at the beginning we weren't like super aware of like the strengths and the weaknesses, but the more we play, I think the more and the better we just play around it, knowing what we need to pick. And like you said, I think most games, I think most games are kind of not won in draft, but that draft just makes the whole game a lot easier. And I think that was our one mistake in the game that we played last week was just we didn't draft 100% correctly, which is why the 1-1. But again, their team was very strong. But yeah, I think we're pretty much aware of what our strengths are now. But we have a lot of things that we play, and I like playing new things, and I like trying new combos. So yeah, I'm excited.
Gotcha. Well, I definitely do expect you guys to make playoffs. I think Connor said that you guys are only 1 game out, so I'm excited to see you guys make playoffs. I hope that we get to play you again. We were the team you played last week, all 3 of us actually in the call right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope we get to play you guys again because it was a really fun 1-1, and I think I learned a lot about it. So I definitely want to see the rematch between Team and Active. So
yeah, I definitely so far I've been enjoying all of my games. I think the only one the one game where we got stomped, I'm not going to tell you that was enjoyable because it wasn't. But you learn from that game, and I think that we came out of it better. Obviously, a win is good, but I think that a loss can be just as effective and as helpful. And I think that one was. I think our draft definitely got, I wouldn't say fixed because you can never just completely fix a draft, but I think it definitely improved.
Mhm.
But like you said, just the more you play, the stronger you get, and knowing what you're supposed to play around.
Well, Zhao, you've definitely made a name for yourself as one of the strongest bot lanes here in the UMKC Intramurals. So I'm excited to see what you guys bring to the table next week.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, have a nice night.
Thank you. You too.
Damn, I screwed up against Nick.
Well, I think that we may call it a wrap on the stream. I don't think anybody else is dying for an interview here. So I think this is going to be a Team Rocket blasting off again. Make sure to stay tuned for future UMKC matches. Tournament's just heating up. About to hit playoffs. See you guys next week. Watch Team Zippos in Paris take down Nick's team because we're going to smurf on them with my Lee Sin.
Lee Sin mid.
See you guys.